Oh wait, I need to take this guy out. We're not with Stin anymore. Get out of here.
Great,
Rest
bro.
in
That
peace,
literally
Dan.
shouldn't have done your desk.
Dude, you didn't see that. You didn't see that. All right. All right. We got Exton. Dude, I could have just thrown it behind me, but then I would never have picked it up. That's the thing. I'll pick that up
It was
later.
planned, like he. Alright,
Yeah, exactly. I want it to stay on the table. Anyways, are you guys good? Are we good to go? Good to vibe?
Yeah, we're vibing, bro.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So today I want today in class I would like you all to tell me what makes your what makes your characters feel sick? Well, you know what disgusts them? Who wants to go first?
Vegetables. Obviously.
Get prepared.
That's such a silly question.
Get prepared.
Such a silly question.
You guys can go first.
That's different than the question from last time.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh, went on my nose.
Maybe not. Maybe we did do
No,
discuss.
because you asked me and I said when Hana was playing with the bird and you went.
Yeah.
You guys started laughing because I just started
Okay.
with Hana
I
and you
remember.
started
I
laughing.
remember now. Hana.
I literally went Hana. You guys are laughing at me.
Hana, do you want to talk about it? Okay, whatever. We'll just go on to the next one. What do your characters like to do when they have like spare time? Not you know.
Spa day.
Spa day. I like to spend money on literally nothing.
Yeah. Hey, it's emotional she's treating herself.
Yeah.
She likes to just treat herself.
Yeah. Okay. Every day.
Yeah, every day's a vacation when you're with Gabrielle.
What about you, Hana?
Nothing gets done under her watch.
Hana, what does your character do for fun?
I like to make pointy sticks. I carve them. I make pointy sticks. I stab stuff. When nothing to stab, I poke ground. I poke tree.
She has a problem.
But Hana's like digging for ants. Got it.
Hana's the
Stabbing-
dirty one. You
stabbing
guys have to go and clean her up every now and then. You know, give her a little wipe her cheek. What about you, Galax? What do you do for fun?
Here we go. So, I can turn into animals and stuff. So I like to turn into something scary, and then go into a new area, cause havoc, and then turn back into human, and then see a wanted poster for like a bear or something, and laugh a lot. It's quite funny. And
You're
wonder
putting
why I've been
wanted
in jail
posters
quite
up
a
for
lot.
bears?
Quite a prankster.
It could be a bear. It could be anything. Once I did a
Yeah, I
tiger, I
gotcha.
thought that was quite funny.
Okay. They put wanted posters like next to the.
Yeah, it's like a square, but like if you catch this, you get money, sort of thing. You know.
Okay.
Bulletin board, just a general bulletin board, you're saying?
I hold the record for putting 4 in a week.
That's not an accomplishment. That's not something you should be proud of,
I know what I'm
Galax.
gonna do today.
Yes.
Rosalind, what about you? What do you do for fun?
Cooking and trying to find, I guess, new recipes.
Is that you or Azzy?
It's both, to be honest.
I mean, honestly, we're both quirky. We really love it. It's fun. Gabriella, other than, you know, spend money, what about you?
Spend other people's money. If it's
Yes.
not my money, I'm spending other people's money. Simple. I do remember as a child, though, I used to go hunting with my mother. We would visit the mortar plane.
All right. You used to go hunting, so hunting is one of the things you do for fun?
Yes.
Right.
There's nothing more than the thrill of a hunt.
Me.
Person running for their lives. I mean, animal. I mean,
Things.
target.
Moving targets.
Target. Moving targets live.
All right.
Just go and whisper in someone's ear in the middle of the night. Run. What?
Dun, 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 dun.
Stop running.
All right. If you're next one, which I'm gonna start with Rosalind, just because I feel like I know the answer to this already. But if your character had to give up adventuring for any other job, what would it be?
Glasses that are actually like suited for me to wear.
Ros-
Those are not my
Rosalind,
prescription at
would you
all,
be
by
a
the way.
chef?
Probably.
I was expecting
would
rocket
start- she
scientists,
would-
to be honest, but chef's a good
make her
choice.
own competition. It would become
Professor?
the Great British Bake Off. It'd be
Culinary
the Great British-
guy would be Gordon Ramsay.
You get out!
Oh,
You come here!
I wish I
Oh, you
could
did
yell
that
at
wrong. You
people
meant to
like
do that again.
that.
Fuck off!
I really wish I could yell at people like that.
I mean,
Oh, it's really
listen.
easy once you get used to
Azzy might not yell at people like that, but Rosalind definitely could. I'm saying that right now,
it.
dude.
Lamb sauce!
All right, Hana, what would your character want to become? I've never been asked this question before.
Pass.
That's not an
I-
occupation,
I need to think.
Hana.
I need to think.
That's not an occupation,
I'm
Hana.
thinking still.
Hana, would you be just a thinker?
No.
Hurts too much. All right, we'll just move on to Galax. Galax, what would you be, man?
Thinking.
Well, I'd probably be a mercenary, or I'd be in jail for doing something stupid. So
I'd be in jail.
It tracks. Actually.
it makes sense. I'm not gonna beat around the bush.
What about if you couldn't be a mercenary? Would you do something with animals or something?
I guess I would be like a animal whisperer of sorts. I feel like that would be cool.
Oh my god, we can get
I mean,
your
you already
business.
talked to
my
talked
God,
to Zephyr and what was the other one's name?
Amber.
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 Yeah, didn't you name it
True.
Amber?
I named it Amber because I think, yeah, I don't know why. I was like, Amber!
Yes, I would probably maybe, I don't know, maybe when I'm a bit older, a little bit. You know, I'm quite old now, but a bit older. I'd go to my own farm, you know, start up my own farm, get some ducks, you know.
I ranged
get
the
some
shit out of that
cows.
park.
It's
I'm
Galex's
just gonna
retirement
go on
plan.
Stardew. That's it. Like
That's
Galaxy
his 10-year plan.
Yeah, this is literally his retirement plan, is to go be on a farm
Switch
apparently.
games completely. Just go to Stardew.
Let's
That's
go.
It, that's the plan. That's
Dude,
the plan.
did you see that Stardew's like getting a tabletop game or something?
Is
Are
it?
they really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's getting a tabletop game, dude.
Stardew.
It's
Gallus
gonna be
gets
interesting.
Gallus gets a letter from his grandfather or whatever. Hey, you have a piece of
Abigail,
land
my
now.
queen.
Oh my gosh, Gabriella, what about you? If you had to give up, not if you could, if you had to give up adventuring, What
I
would you
just
do?
die on the spot.
just a heart attack, you know. If I can't experience all the things life has to offer, why live?
Exactly. No, oh god, I don't think anyone's ever asked me this question before, but I suppose
Pardon me.
I would just, I think I would just be on somewhere retired with my family, excluding my father, of course, but he's not
Keo.
family.
Yeah, excluding
Yeah.
father, excluding daddy. What about the rest of your family? What would they do if they didn't have their dad? Or
Oh,
husband?
they'd be much happier.
Would they? Let me fix their problems for them. They don't know it yet. Oh.
Strange, this
What
thunderbolt's
would
looking
I
mighty
have?
tasty.
Happiness.
All right, I'll put your
yeah,
your potential occupation under nothing.
Gun,
No, but I
Gun.
guess,
gun for
Being-
hire.
but I guess, in all honesty, why not?
Sharp shooter.
Why not go into business, perhaps? Sell some weapons of my adventuring days, and make a profit.
Okay.
I could live like a commoner. That'd be interesting.
You and I
And
both
this is
know
why
that
I'll be
you
going
won't
to
survive
jail because I'll be
underwater
killing
like this,
Gabriella.
right?
All right, Hana, you said sharpshooter.
Slash gun for hire.
Gun for hire. Do you think that you would stick with Galax on that or no?
Would try. End up go separate ways.
would end up
Or-
going
I
separate
was about
ways.
to say, these next words, Hana, you could be squashed in my thumb. Choose them wisely.
So this is an embarrassing secret of Gabriella, but she also would like to own a pet salon, specifically for Pomeranians and poodles.
I don't think those have been in bred end yet, but okay.
Oh, great, I did that, yeah.
I'm going
I
to
was
make
waiting.
that.
I will be a dog breeder. I have found my calling.
It's for specifically fluffy dogs, like to the extent where their hair is longer than
Okay,
their bodies, and you
what
can't
if,
tell where their body is.
What if somebody brings in like a chow chow, like a half floof?
I will accept a chow chow.
Okay, understandable. Christ.
Fluffy dogs only.
What is this is the last question before we start? But what is one thing that you would love to change about yourself? We'll start with Gabriella.
God. I mean, everything's pretty much perfect for me.
Yep, I knew that
Oh,
was gonna be the
fuck, someone
answer.
say something.
But if there was one thing I could change, I guess it would be
My
my
father.
emotional, my, my father's living status. Me probably trying to be a little bit more emotionally adjusted without a father figure.
Okay. Anything else? There's I could see a few things that could be changed.
I have this rash. I don't like to tell anyone. But it's been there for weeks. It's probably infected at this point.
STD clinics on Saturdays.
Damn, it's a Sunday.
What about you?
Sunday.
What about you, Hana? What
Yeah.
would you like to change about yourself?
Teeth like shark. Replace.
I thought your teeth were sharp.
I would go to the dentist.
Replace.
Dental? You want dental? Is your insurance covered?
You don't want
Replace more
sharp teeth?
No more.
More like a
Re-
shark?
replace. Yeah, replace.
I
Replace.
I don't know if I don't know if your tongue would be safe in that situation.
More
You said
teeth,
it's
less
now.
tongue.
Less tongue. But then
Hannah,
how are
what
you
kind
gonna
of
taste your
insurance do you
food?
have? Do you have dental?
Just
Two tongue teeth. Give me tongue teeth.
I want teeth like a shark that they keep replacing when they break off, but they're really razor sharp, like sharper than mine. And I want stronger wings.
Okay,
Maybe
stronger
made out
wings.
of
I
metal.
could see that.
Maybe metal wings. Skull Greymon. Metal gray wings. Skull.
Skull Greymon
Wing
didn't
Greymon.
have metal wings. Skull Greymon had
That's what
skeleton
you thought.
wings. It was
Nope. They were metal Skull Greymon wings.
no, that's metal Greymon or Meta
No, it's
Greymon.
metal.
All right. What about you, Galax? What is something that you wish you could change?
nothing. No, I'm kidding. Probably would have to be that I'm considered a criminal, and I probably should have just tried to go a different way. You know, maybe
Like
stayed
not
in
break
my
the law?
hometown instead of being an idiot and leaving. But you know, you live, you learn, you move on, whatever. But yeah, probably that. Probably just not being an idiot.
So you don't want to be a
24/7.
criminal, but you still want to be a mercenary.
He wants to be. He wants
Paid
not
to be. I want to be paid to be an idiot at least, man. Come on.
All right. And then after you're done being paid to be a criminal, you wanna range a farm.
Yes. Where? Yes.
Did you-
Your
for
voice seems to
brain?
have changed there, Galax. Are you okay? You gotta clear your throat a little bit. Sorry.
Yes. Yes. Going to the farm. Yes.
Oh, and
Sorry. You want to talk to the old version of me? 1 second. There we go.
range a
A
farm.
farm would be great. You know,
Oh
I
my
use this
gosh.
shampoo. It's blue.
All right.
No one got my joke. No one. Absolutely no one got my joke.
I'm moving on. Rosalind, what would you want to change?
I'm actually so upset no one got my joke.
What is that? Oh, it's the balloon.
Oh, cute. Okay.
Rosalind, what would you want to change about yourself?
I guess I want to be either strong
More
enough
like me.
or brave
I
enough
understand.
to protect my family.
Who needs bravery when you've got a gun? I'm sorry.
I don't have a
Wanna be
gun.
little
Remember
bit
that.
above.
Yet,
Wanna be above.
yet, never say
Wanna be a-
never. This on this episode of D&D,
Rosalind gets a
My
gun.
weapon is literally a mace right now.
The
A
holy
gun mace.
pistol.
the holy hand grenade of Antioch.
I was about to say the whole hand grenade.
Oh my
Can we
gosh.
actually get her a holy hand grenade? It works with her character.
What? How would that work? There's not
The holy hand grenade of
grenades.
Demeter.
Oh, wait. For Lucid, out of character real quick. Flip and I played Apex, and all I had was only, like, miscellaneous grenades.
Pog.
I had, like, no... I had 3
Lot of
grenades, 3
fuse.
thermite, and, like, 2 arc stars.
Were you at least fuse?
Nope.
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sounds awful.
I couldn't find a gun.
And a
Holy hand
gun.
grenade of Antioch.
Wait, I need to retire, Stan. Hold on. But with that, I
Stan's
think
dead.
Will be missed.
he's not
Yeet.
dead. He's not dead. Chill,
I
guys.
mean, he actually is dead, kind of.
I need to go and see
No.
him.
Well, yeah, he's a
Yeah,
vampire.
right?
But I mean, he didn't. Well, dude, I don't know if vampires are considered undead in my heart. Like they get turned. Anna, do you need attention?
We will start soon, and Galax will come and give you a hug. Don't worry. Actually, no, that's a lie. He'll pick you
Hana,
up and put you
Hana.
on his shoulder.
hold the phone. Anna, do you need attention, buddy? This guy.
This is gonna
freaking
be so
dude.
productive of a day.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta make sure that
No
they
one's
just
asking you to be here.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay,
I gotta
fine, I'll
make sure
go.
that this is captured. Yeah.
Oh my god, Flip!
Did he leave? All right, we're good. We should be a-okay now.
Alright.
All right, we're all good. We're all good.
Faces.
So,
Faces there.
what?
No one can see faces on your...
No, we're good. We're good. I made sure that you can. We're fine. We're fine, dude. I'm an expert at this, dude. Get out of here. All right,
He's the
so
god.
guys, last time we were playing D&D, it was Hana episode.
Dragon Ball.
It was Hana episode. Hana, put the balloon away. But Hana essentially, you guys finished with the fight against the doppelgangers that were framing you guys for all these different things. Well, they didn't technically murder; they only broke and entered. But I mean, then they trashed
Like
the place,
murdering
stole
a
some
house.
things, and you guys found out that they were taking up residence underneath Stin's mansion, and that Stin was actually earlier that you found him was actually not the true lord of the land, lord of the mansion. I am landlord, lord of the land.
Be a landlord.
And essentially, Hana figured out that Kalaktu's brother was trapped in an altar in Stin's basement, which was emanating power from it. Some sort of dark power. Later on, some things went down. Hana went back to the altar, checked it out, touched it maybe, sort of, kind of, and had a cryptic dream about something with Kalaktu and his brother happening. And Hana was told to get more power. Thusly, they passed out, and Galax was there to protect them somewhat.
I was there, man.
He did not pull on a rope or nothing. He just watched. He's just
actually,
like,
hold
heck it.
on. I got told not to pull. I was waiting for the signal. I did not get said signal. Okay, you be very specific. My wisdom is very low.
I died.
I died and came
That
back.
was the signal.
That was the first of Hana's 9 lives.
You literally told me no, Hana. You literally told me no. Like, I went to pull it and you just went, no. And I'm like,
That was
alright.
the other me talking. That was the other me.
After which, now that you guys are done, after which, you guys then promptly went straight to bed as best as you could. Hana woke up a little later than the others, and you guys got on your carts, packed up. Exton said some choice words about what had happened that night before, and you guys started to head off for Nightshade Keep, which is south of 3 Point Market, maybe a day's trek south of 3 Point Market, a day or two, something like that. And as you guys left, you saw the goblins that were taking care of the stable come out, and they started waving to you guys as you passed out, like not passed out, but passed by on the cart that they provided for you. And you guys trekked on into the forest once again, that remained of the attack from both your guys' brothers. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about before we just journey on, or are you guys just staying silent on this trip?
Oh, yeah,
Mr.
I had
DM,
an argument, didn't I?
How are you doing, first off? No one
How
has
am
asked
I
you
doing?
that. How
I'm
are
doing.
you doing?
I'm tired,
God, how are
man.
you doing?
God, sir, roll for divine intervention. God, are you there? It's me, Gabriella.
Codes to what? The nuclear cloak. The codes?
Hold on, I'm speaking to him. He's told me to fuck off. Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting nothing.
Yes. And the Lord said, "Get out!"
I'm playing Minecraft. Oh my gosh. But
I'm gonna be pretty silent on this journey because I had an argument with
you did have an argument with
You keep
Exton.
cutting out too.
and Hana.
Oh, did you have an argument with Hana?
You keep cutting out.
A little argument. It wasn't a big argument.
And does Hana speak enough to have an argument?
It's more just me lecturing them and then pouting.
Honestly.
Oh my gosh. So, as you guys continue through the forest,
Do
yeah?
I see the horses?
You're on a
in the
cart being
car.
drawn by
Horse.
horses. Yes.
Can I go sit on the horse?
Which
Oh my
horse? The
God,
left or the right
we got
one?
this Hana back, have we?
The
Hana,
right.
you gained power.
The right one. All right. Hana goes and she sits on the right horse. The horse kind of like kicks up a little bit to like bring Hana up closer to the front. That way, it's not like on the back of the horse, but ultimately the horse doesn't seem very fazed by it.
I pat its fringe and cast light.
Okay. As you pat its fringe and there's light emanating, the other horse turns and looks at it and then just slowly looks back. And they continue on their way. As this ball of light emanates from you guys, it doesn't really change much considering that it's the light horse. It doesn't really change the surrounding much considering that it is still daytime out. You guys are in a pretty thick of the forest, but it's still able to get light down to the
Why
bottom
do you have
here.
your high beams on in the middle of the day, asshole? Turn them off, damn it! All the other cards to the horse.
So, as you guys are traveling down this path, you do notice a few just separate aside animals. You notice a couple different rustling in the bushes. You also notice what looks to be a head of a gnoll pop out at one point and just come back down in, and it doesn't make any noise. He just pops out real quick, comes back down in, and then runs off into the distance. As you guys are continuing down the path, you eventually come upon the remains of Magnolia Spring. Sorry, my brain farted hard there. And as you get there, you notice that all the fires have died out, all the smoke is cleared, and there's nothing remaining but the obviously charred remnants of what was remaining in this town. And you
Anyone
see a
mention
couple.
that?
What was that?
Does anyone in the group mention that?
What?
Is anyone gonna take note of how all of the fires have died down?
Look,
It's been a couple days.
I raise my hand with firebolt and I look up at Gala.
No. Pet horse.
Do I see this? Hold on. Wait, I know.
I mean, he's
Robin's
at the
argument that
front.
Zagreus
She is at the front of the car.
Oh yeah. Hana, what
I
are you
am the
doing?
Scout. I am the lookout. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt again. Anyway, I was ready to reignite if it was necessary.
No, Hana, what
Why
did they say about
though?
pain? That is painful. We do not do
They
that.
don't know who started it, but they know who saved them.
What do you mean?
All right,
save?
that
There's
is
no
my
one
motto that I
left.
taught you, but please don't apply it when we're as a group. When it's just me and you, that's fine.
Okay. Been a random high influx of fires in towns, but you know it has nothing to do with me. I promise.
If you guys wonder
Okay, well,
about an
that's contributing to
arson,
another subject
not
for the
me.
day.
Yeah, not me.
I stop them real good, but I don't start them. Not one.
As you guys are slowly trotting through the town, you do notice a figure sitting over by the church, but it just seems to be a figure sitting down, kneeled over, his knee propped up against the inside of his other leg, and he seems to be humming a small melody as you guys are passing through. And you can't really tell what melody it is, but you can tell that it's something related to some religious text or some hymns that you guys have heard before. And he's just sitting there, unmoving, humming this this tune as you guys pass by.
Do Ralston or I recognize who it could be?
He is fully cloaked. The only thing that you can notice is that one of his legs is fully iron, and the other leg is covered.
Iron Man?
he's
Tony Stark? Is
or
that you?
metal would be
Is
the
it
better
anyone
way.
that we would recognize?
You can't recognize him. He's fully cloaked, and he only has that one leg showing. His other leg is covered.
I'm gonna put my hand up, because if I remember rightly, I think though I've already spoken to the horses, right, Mr. DM?
I don't think you spoke to these horses, no.
Oh.
Wait, no, you did.
Okay, I'm
You
gonna put my
speak to
hand
so
up.
many different horses, you know.
Dude, I lose track. It's every horse that you probably have spoken to.
I've spoken to every animal there is, man.
Well,
Anyway,
he,
I'm gonna go.
he gave these two names, like Galax
Oh, what
did,
did I
because they didn't
name
have
them?
names, but I forget what you named them.
Oh, what do I name them?
How
Let me have a
far
look.
is he away from the cart, by the way? Before
Um,
he
I'm
gets
gonna
out
make the
into
cart stop,
irrelevancy.
by the way. My hand signal is that the cart has stopped. And I
Okay.
sort of like gesture like, do you want to go and speak to him? To like you two.
Yeah, I'll go and speak to him.
All right.
Let me go have a look. Let's see what I named these horses, shall we? I didn't. I didn't. I
One,
didn't name
two.
them.
I
As
know you
Thing
did.
one, thing two. Huh.
You didn't write them down.
As you
They were just called
guys-
horse before.
Okay, what?
as you
No,
guys
this is
stop the cart, the humming kind of deafens for a little bit, and then it slowly starts back up. It sounds more like he ended his hymn and then started up a new one, but he doesn't seem to be phased by it, and he keeps that same exact pose, and he just kind of is swaying a little bit. As you get closer, you notice him like playing a little bit to the hymns that he is humming along.
Gabriella starts beatboxing with his hymn.
Roll me performance check.
No, okay. Wait, actually?
Yeah,
Sweet.
roll me performance. Roll me performance.
Okay,
I'm
awesome.
gonna take
I
my
get to use
revolver and-
performance.
Keep it kind of on him under my cloak a little bit. Like I'll keep it facing in his direction, but
Han Solo
that's-
style.
Okay.
Han Solo.
That's a +3, so
I
that's
have
a
a
7.
gun. I have a
Seven?
gun and I am not
As
afraid to shoot it.
Gabriella steps up and starts trying to beatbox along with the rhythm, you see him just noticeably just stop swaying, and he stops humming altogether, but he remains motionless.
Sorry if I interrupted you. I thought it'd be a little bit more lively if you had a nice bass to it. Are you
He-
alright?
He pauses for a few seconds before slowly standing up, and you can see as he's standing up, he grabs a staff from the right side, like from his right, and he uses it to get up, and he just goes, "What happened to this staff?"
is there a jewel on this staff? Is there anything at the top of this staff?
The wooden staff.
I'm gonna snap my fingers and get Hana's attention. Have I got your attention? And I'm like, and when I'm like pointing as if like when my finger goes down, shoot, essentially. All right. So-
The town was attacked not too long ago. Everything burned down.
You see him slowly put the stick forward, and he draws a line in the dirt, and he just says, "And who was the attackers of this town?"
Known. Just
I pull it out.
passerbyers.
He looks up, and as he looks up, you see a metal jawline sort of appear underneath the cloak, and he just goes, "How
That's
long
cool
ago?
as fuck.
How many days?"
That's really cool as fuck. He's a metal man. About 3 days ago, I believe. What's it to you? Are you familiar with this town?
He looks back down at the line and he keeps drawing in silence.
Do you have a name?
As you ask his name, he stops drawing and he picks the staff up and turns it over and points to it. And in the dirt, you can see what you can make out to be some sort of celestial text that is written in the dirt.
I
that-
quickly grab
It's alright,
a
you cut out for
fireball
me.
and I cast it in the dirt.
You do what?
Wait, hold
Can I
on.
recognize what it is before anyone else sees or really gets it?
Wait,
No.
what are you doing?
Since it's celestial.
He's
I was
trying to
gonna
destroy what's in the dirt.
Yeah. I was gonna destroy the
You're
dirt.
you're by the horse. It depends on how far the cart is
Yeah,
first
you're
off, but
all
also
The cart's about 15
on.
feet away.
Yeah, we're nowhere
real
near.
quick. Can we
Just wait for the
rewind just a little
signal.
bit because you
The
cut off when you
signal.
explained that?
Hmm,
I didn't want people
You
to
cut off for me when
so-
cut out for me when you were explaining that,
Um,
like what he was drawing.
as
He's drawing some celestial
some
text in the
celestial
dirt.
text in the dirt.
So
Okay.
you and I would know what it says.
All right.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, I'm
I
right there,
forgot
so I
you
should.
too,
I can be.
that's
I'm
celestial.
able to see it basically. Yeah.
Before before Hana takes this action that they're wanting to take, you're able to make out some form of a name that doesn't sound human in any respect, and it's spelled Mekhi, Makai. And he just points to it and he puts his staff down and he like hits his chest a little bit. And as he
start
hits his chest, you see what did you cast, Hana?
What's the easy boyo firebolt?
You cast Firebolt. As you cast Firebolt, it hits the dirt and dissipates. But when it hits the dirt and dissipates, you notice that the sigil that the name is on kind of lights up a little bit, and then dissipates with it, and the writing in the dirt is still there.
What was that for, Hana?
I'm going to hop off my horse, and I'm going to walk up to him, all the way up to the base of his boots. And in front of everyone, for the first time, I'm gonna speak Celestial directly to him, and just say, "I'm sorry, Wanderer. I do not trust drawings of strangers."
Is Kyo scratchy for you guys still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you come up and start speaking in Celestial, he looks at you and you see his jaw clench a little bit and then loosen up, and he just goes, "I know not of what you say, young. I only know the name that my master gave."
So who is your master?
Just insisted that I called him as such.
And what brought you here?
My master is a man of many talents, and it was my duty as his project to
Frankenstein.
stop him if he were ever to go too far. And, I think that here might have been too far.
Well, what was your master's name?
How do I know I can trust you all?
I don't
You
know if
don't.
we can trust you.
Well, I could have lit you on fire.
You hear him
Maybe
let out a
I
very
missed.
loud screech of sorts, and he goes, and he pulls his cloak back slowly, and you see his whole arm is also metallic along with it, and he just goes, "I don't think that would have worked very well, young one."
Can I gently kick his
No.
chin, like at the like?
I'm
like
going
a
to
little, like,
grab Hana.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Can
can
I
I
go,
run in
like,
and just grab Hana?
and say like
Because-
might have tingled. Like, come here.
I'm
like,
going to
like
grab
literally my tip of my boot is touching him. I'm not
Um,
even kicking him. I'm just like
As you like slowly tink against his leg, you get Gabriella and Galax both pulling you away. He goes, "Ugh, feisty ones. Always a
Could
great
you
one to
watch
have
her
along
for
with the
a
group.
second and not have her cause some chaotic mess in a second?
In my defense, I
No,
did
no,
say
no.
wait for the signal. I did say wait for the signal and
In my defense, I didn't shoot.
In what world
no.
at this point has Hana
I'm
ever
proud of you.
waited for the signal?
Wait, this one.
Ever?
Remember the first episode
she does
where I
not
walked
wait
around
for the signal,
corner
nor
and
does she give it.
died?
Yeah, she did immediately.
Kyo, fist bump me. This sheet above you, fist bump. Yeah.
The guy who is sitting before you, he looks up and he goes, "This town, I've not been told of it in any of my teachings, or any of my short life this plane. But you guys do have any idea of what might have happened? I can compensate you. It might not be much, but I have a few odds and ends that my master gave me."
We know
I nudge
very
Gabriella.
few things, but I would like to know who your master is before I say anything, because this town, this is where our home was. So if anyone has a right to it, I feel like we do.
He looks down, he goes, "Home. What is a home?"
Okay, look, philosophical bullshit's not gonna work
Four
for me.
walls and a roof.
He looks
Hana,
at you,
Hana.
he's like, "My master spoke of going home many times, but he insisted that my home was at his side, but he never quite explained what that meant."
Can I kind of break free of
See, I lost my mother.
gonna
I
try and
don't
break
have
free of
time
me.
for your. I don't have time for that.
I'm gonna
If it's
walk
relevant
back
to your
up him
master-
and put my hand on his shin
He-
or whatever.
I haven't let go of him. I
that's-
don't know why he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna try to break free then. I'm gonna.
Well,
roll
you're
to
not gonna
free.
break free. I'm rolling a d20 against this strength. Bring it on.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
rolling my
You're
die.
trying to break
You
free
do
from
your
his
thing.
grasp?
I'm being the dad that I am.
Okay,
Alright.
roll dexterity and then you roll strength,
You
Galax.
ain't getting out because I just got an 18, which I'm pretty
Is
sure is a dirty
Exton
20.
just
Yeah,
watching this
I
all
lost
unravel
that.
between you two?
Dirty 20. get it.
Exton went and took a nap. That's what he's
Exton
done.
just straight up
He's
napped.
napping.
He was up all night with this stuff going on in the background.
Oh my.
He kept watch
Listen,
at
I'm trying to
night.
be responsible, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Look, if it
Anyway, go ahead.
appeases your master in any way, I could give you information, but I don't want to loosely give information, and you should be able to understand why. This place was attacked. My home was attacked. Her home was attacked.
He breathes a very deep sigh and he just goes, "The only other name I've heard him go by is Drake."
My eyes just
Baby,
go.
you my thing. You all I ever wanted. You
God. Okay.
My eyes just go very
You can
wide.
see
I'm like,
Gabriella just goes stark white, and I think Rosalind knows my brother's name as well. So there's that. I'm not sure if the others know.
The
Wait,
others
we
do
know
not
Drake?
know.
oh, I don't go wide-eyed. I'm like,
They don't know.
I go normal
do.
size. My eyes are normal size.
My eyes stay the same dilation.
Where is Drake now?
That is what I'm trying to find out.
I feel like we should talk a little bit more.
What do you want to do with your life?
I hate it.
hey,
He
you
ignores-
restrain Hana. You didn't say I couldn't tell her not to speak.
he ignores Hana. He ignores Hana.
Isn't the church still standing? Because
The
that was
church-
the structure before.
The church is standing in immaculate, like everything is perfectly formed there.
Seems like you're doing a lot of. what
Gal-
they-
I turned to Galax real quick. Galax, I know we have a long journey ahead of us, but could we stop here for a few more moments and ask him a few things?
I'm just gonna like you're just gonna hear a snap and then a whistle, and the horses are
Ooh,
gonna
that
like
sounds like
relax.
you let go of me.
I have two
I-
hands, you idiot. Listen, lefty and righty are very strong. You want to try again with one hand? I'll do it with disadvantage and I'll win. You really
Yes,
want to go?
I would like to actually.
Oh
I
my
would like to-
gosh!
let's
All
go.
right.
Last time I would like to break free.
If
All
I
right.
see, I'm preparing an action. If I see her break free, I'm gonna tackle her.
All right.
Well, I got a 19 and a 15, so
Okay. I got a 15.
15 plus.
Yours
2
is
17.
dexterity.
Yeah,
yours is
well, you
strength.
Yeah, so
Ingrid?
mine's 17. Mine would have been 17 and
That
20.
was my last
so...
try. That was my last try.
Okay. All right.
Ready to pull
Anyway, I
one
snap my
football
fingers and
tackle.
whistle.
Linebacker
fingers and whistle,
Gabriella.
Dun, just like sprint.
10-4.
I snap my fingers and whistle, and the horses like they stop, and then they like relax a little bit, and you can see that they're trying to like get not get comfy, but like they're not
they
at,
try-
at
A little
work, so
bit.
to speak.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They trying to sit
Yeah.
like a cat.
Hmm.
Is that how horses work?
How do
They're just
horses
out
sit
of
down?
work. They're out of work essentially. Like they know that they don't have to do anything, so they're relaxed on.
They're unemployed.
Proceed. And I go back over to the cart with Hana. I'm gonna go back over to the cart and let them deal with their thing. I now have both
He-
hands on you, Hana. So please.
He
don't-
looks around a little bit. Makai looks around a little bit, and he pushes the door behind him open, and he just goes, "Shall we talk more privately?"
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming with Rosalind as well.
Of course.
Right?
And he goes in, and the door slams behind him. And as the door slams behind him, he slowly shambles up to the altar. You hear his metal feet kind of scraping along the floor as he goes there, and you see him get up and sit on the altar at the front there, and he just goes, "So, what do you guys know?"
Well, we know that he attacked this place along with someone else. We know,
I would prefer
and
you
we
not
told him like the
sit-
direction of where we last saw him head towards.
I would prefer
What-
you to sit on the altar of my god.
He looks around, and he just goes, "This slab of stone."
I'm imagining there's like a statue or something in there, right?
Yeah, there is, but he's sitting on the slab.
Return the slab.
Like under the statue?
No, he's on the altar, but the statue is like back against the wall.
Okay.
Okay. Are you still wanting him to get off?
No, I thought he was sitting like under her statue, like just sitting there. I was like, that's kind of
Desecrating it.
disrespectful there.
He looks around and he just goes, "So do you have any idea what direction they might want to be headed in that way then?"
Whatever
Did they?
direction
So you
we
obviously
flew
know.
them.
You know
What's up?
about more than one, then.
Yes. There is more than one.
I mentioned to Rosalind and Celestial, it's probably your brother, but
It
I wonder what else
probably
he's doing
is.
with.
But we also didn't say that at the beginning for him to say them.
He gets off the altar and goes, Hey. Why are you needing to keep secrets? I'm right here."
Because you are holding something else back.
"What do you think that I could be holding back?"
More information.
"More information. What do you
Oh.
guys want to know?"
How did you come across Drake in the first place?
I didn't come across him. See, one day I was dark, cold, and then the next day I'm not dark, but... And he looks at his arm. Still cold, though.
He's a well-oiled machine. I'm not here. Just...
And I'm gonna do primeval awareness. I'm curious about something.
He's
All
a
right.
thing. He's a Goliath
What?
or whatever they are.
You mean
Going for the
Warforged?
That one.
Goliaths are
A
like
lion?
giants. No,
The other
Goliath
one,
is what he
yeah.
said.
Oh, Goliath.
Or
A lion. I was
Um,
like, okay.
Leave me alone.
What? Okay. As you cast Primeval Awareness, you do sense the same aberration you've been always sensing. But beyond the aberration that you've been sensing, you also sense, a few undead in the forest kind of milling around and stuff. But in the immediate vicinity, you don't notice anything off of him.
Okay. Interesting.
Tell me about.
Could you tell us about the other one that you know of?
A young elf. Well, maybe not so young. Elves are weird.
Yes, they are. But ignoring that fact.
He looks down, he's like, I don't remember a name. No, nothing comes to mind. But he and Drake work together a lot. And occasionally Master would say that he is essentially my uncle at this point, and that's all I know. I only got a few months.
Relationship.
he,
Sorry.
he,
Sorry to interrupt, but this is a weird family tree you got here.
He's like, I only knew them for a few months before they disappeared.
So you're trying to find your master.
Yes.
Trying to find your way home, basically.
In a way, yes.
Oh. We're on the search for them too. I guess it's safe to tell you that I know Drake on a personal level, and I feel like you would benefit with coming with us for a bit.
He looks at you and he puts his hood fully down so you can see his full face. Yes, Galax?
Can we just do a quick side thing, like before you reveal him,
Sidebar.
just quickly?
Sure.
Just a quick sidebar. Galax is with Hana, and I propose the idea to Hana that we hide behind the stairs and scare them when at the church. Would you like to do it, Hana?
I pull out Fireball again.
No. Just
Oh.
like boo, like just boo. That's it.
Oh.
What do you want? Yeah.
Primeval awareness
we're-
will last
we're-
for like a
we're-
minute, by the way.
Yeah, I don't care. You know we're near, so you're just gonna know it's us. Anyway, we're gonna go there and we're gonna hide behind like either the wall, or if the stairs are tall enough, hide behind the stairs maybe. I just want to put that in there because I think it's gonna be funny. All right.
Okay,
Carry on.
okay.
Sorry. done.
As he pulls his hood back, he starts to reveal his full face, and you can see that it's all machinery. And no part of him seems to be flesh and bone, and he just is sitting there. He appears to have like screws and bolts coming down from his lower jaw that you can see now, that is supposed to mimic a beard in some way, shape, or form, but obviously doesn't do the trick quite as well. And on top, you see a weird cloak of rubber coming down to mimic hair, but other than that, he has no really human features beyond that, the mouth and his eyes.
So, would I be able to identify that as a Warforged, or is he would I be able to identify exactly what he is?
You would be able to identify that he is not human, but
No, really.
considering that you have not probably dealt with this type of being before, you would not know exactly what to call it now.
Does he look handmade? I guess.
He looks artificial,
Does
yes.
he look handmade?
Yeah.
Does he look like a handmade bar of soap? He looks artificial, yes. You can tell that he is not birthed or hatched into this world in any way, shape, or form.
Is he more a farmer's market kind of build, or is he like a...
He's like a TI-82.
machinery?
He's just a calculator.
Like a T-1000, like the Terminator.
But he looks at you and just goes, all you see here, all that I am, I owe to him. Whether I wanted it to happen or not, I am part of this world now. And I would like to find him, if for nothing else, to ask why he made me.
We could probably get some answers together if you'd like. Would you like to come with us?
He looks at the two of you, he's like, I've never been much of one for company. But if it means a possibility of finding him, I guess I could. But I
Did
will
we
say one thing. I am, and he hits his knees a little bit to, like, make a metallic sound. He's like, pretty heavy, so.
Based on the 2 horses, would we be at max capacity? Would I know if we would be at max capacity?
The
the
horses have been
horses.
going pretty easily, so you could assume that the horses have more weight to carry, like the more ability to draw more, but you can't tell if they would be able to carry his whole weight or not, no.
Well, worst case scenario, you're free to leave at any time and continue your search. Are we actually going towards the direction? I know we're headed to Nightshade Keep. Was that the direction they flew off of in?
They flew off south from here. Nightshade Keep is
So-
like a south west. So
Okay.
somewhat in that direction, but not exactly.
All right. So we know they left Magnolia towards the south, and we happen to be going south as of right now. You may continue with your journey with us, and then if there's a path that deviates, you're more than welcome to go then. We have a couple of business to attend to, but I think at some point we should overlap.
1 second. He looks at you and he just goes, "What should I call you to?"
My name is Gabriella.
He looks at Gabriella for a few seconds and he just goes, "Heard that name somewhere."
It's a common name.
He looks up, he's like, "Do you have another one?"
Can I roll an insight check to see what he's feeling with this knowledge?
Sure.
Sweet.
Roll 2.
Alright.
Insight +4. Insight +4. Nat 1, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
What did you get,
Get out
Rosalind?
of the way.
23.
23?
Jesus Christ.
My
Gabri-
insight's +7. Flip.
Gabriella, you are able to see his his eyebrows like go down a little bit, or what could be perceived as eyebrows go down a little bit when he hears the name. But when he looks up, you can't tell much difference. By the tone of his voice, though, Rosalind,
Raslin.
oh my gosh,
Right.
Rosalind,
Your
you're
coming out, baby.
able to tell that it's not particularly upsetness in his heart, but it's some form of like regret or memory that he's trying to to well up, but he can't quite bring it to his forefront.
Whisper that to Gabriella.
All right.
I had another. I don't see my family myself that often. Rosalind's one of my only family members.
He looks over at Rosalind and he just goes, "Well, any friend of Master's is a friend of mine." And you see him do like a very slight bow down, and then he climbs back up his staff and he just goes, "Shall we be on our way then?"
Yes. Also, side note, do you need some WD-40, like, to loosen you up, or are you good?
He looks over, he's like, "Some grease would be nice, yes."
It's like,
Yeah,
actually,
grease, actually.
So he wants to be a well-oiled machine. That's what I'm hearing.
Machine!
As you guys finish up this conversation, you just hear clunk, clunk as he slowly starts moving out from the church. And when he gets to the door, he opens it up. As he opens it up, what are you guys doing? Okay.
Obviously, I know who it is first.
Are you guys following him right behind, or are you guys like a little way off?
I think we would be leading,
Okay.
essentially. Because if we're... Unless he passed us by first.
He did pass by first. Like he made it
Okay.
an effort to like leave as soon as he said that. As soon as you guys said we should go.
Okay,
So-
well then, I think then we would be behind him just in case to watch him, because, like, we trust a little bit, but we don't know much about him.
All right. As he opens the door, you guys on the bottom of the stairs see, Makai first coming through, and he's slowly hitting each step as he's, taking one step at a time coming down. And as he reaches the bottom, he kind of starts to turn around to look up to see if they're following behind him. Are you guys gonna do anything, or are you waiting specifically for Rosalind and Gabriella?
I'm like, wait for it. To Hana, like, whisper.
Okay. And you see, you two at the top of the stairs, you see, Makai just motioning to come on down, and he starts heading towards the cart. And as he heads towards the cart, he, like, stops for a few seconds and looks around, like he seems confused.
What's going
Did you
on?
see that?
What?
Why'd you
Did
stop?
see him, like, stop and look around?
Yeah,
We see that
you can see him
there.
stop and, like, looking around for a few seconds. Roll me stealth check, you two.
This is the thing I'm worst in.
Nat 20, baby.
Alright, hold on.
With
I
the
need to get on my-
disadvantage?
No, they aren't disadvantaged.
No, but doesn't Kyo have the armor?
He's not moving, though.
Okay.
I figure it should be fine if he's not moving.
Oh, okay. Then.
Standing still.
I mean, it's not a chance to make noise.
24.
What'd you do? 12. He looks around for a few seconds and he just goes, "Didn't you guys have a big guy with you? Where did he go?"
And on hearing that, I'm gonna go. Boo! And then like jump up, and like Hana's gonna like spring up as well. She's sort of in front of me, and like I'm gonna like boo, like chuck Hana up.
How far are you guys away from Makai when you do this? He's at the bottom of the stairs.
We're at the
We're
bottom
hoping
of the
they're at the
stairs.
door.
Well, you're at the. You guys aren't on top of the stairs. You said you guys were at the bottom of the stairs. He was at the bottom
Yeah,
of the
we're at
stairs
the
a little
bottom of-
forward.
We're at the bottom of the
They were
stairs.
at the door. Yes.
Yeah, so I would sort of be like
No.
boo, and
Okay.
throw Hana up, so that.
Oh, you're throwing it up there. You're throwing her up there.
I'm like, boo! Like a.
Alright.
And Hana's like, wee!
Fastball
Fly through the
special,
yellow.
let's go.
I'm
Hold
just
on.
imagining
These
you
shoots,
throwing
yeah.
Hana and like Gabriella just like slapping Hana out of the air or something.
Fastball special.
As you do that, you just feel a sharp pain into your side, Galax, as you throw Hana up, and you look over and you notice the staff from Makai right into your side, and he's like looking up at you. He's like, "Oh." And he's like got a sheer expression of shock in his face, like he didn't mean to do it, but like he reactionarily like went in and jabbed you.
Back you up.
How much damage am I taking?
5 damage.
Alright.
And Hana, you're getting launched up. Due to the primeval awareness from Gabriella's not gonna get scared at all. But I guess roll wisdom, Rosalind. I don't know.
Boo.
And roll performance, Hana.
14.
All went as planned. I get damaged, Hana scares some.
10.
Perfect.
Yeah, as you launch through the air and you're like, "Ah!" As you're flying through the air towards Rosalind, both Rosalind and Gabriella look as you're flying through the air and you kind of land at the steps, like at the front of their steps, and they just kind of look at you. Nothing really on their mind other than like, yeah,
I
kind of
help
expected
you?
it.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
just gonna
pick up.
immediately walk around and just start
I'm just
walking
gonna
back down
pick
the
up
stairs.
Hana and go back to Galaxy and be like, here, and just shove Hana.
Drop this.
I'm gonna like hold my
I'm
side
smiling
like,
at Galax, like, did I do it?
and
I
I
do
like
it.
offer a high five.
Take your
Makai
child back.
looks at the two and he looks at the Galax and he just goes, "My apologies. I just
Don't apologize
sometimes."
for that.
Don't apologize.
it's
I'm
totally
gonna, I'm
fine.
gonna, I'm gonna turn to him and go, no, trust me, it's. And I look up at Gabrielle and go, happened before, and like roll my like, sides.
He looks
All
at
this
you and
payback.
he's like, your two leaders have said that it's okay for me to travel with you."
Whoa.
He looks back, he's like, "I'm sorry, did I?"
Leaders.
Yes.
Yes. Do you have a problem with a woman being in charge?
No, that's not the problem. That's not the problem, buddy. That's not
Oh,
the
I
problem.
thought you meant leaders, like we were drinking something.
They're not in charge. No one's. We are a group. We are a collective. No one is the leader.
I am
He-
leader.
He looks at you and he's like, he kind of like looks
Everyone's like, no.
at everyone else. He's just like, then how do you settle arguments?
Okay, everyone just shut up, get in the cart. We're leaving.
That's how we settle arguments.
We all kind of
usually.
shake our heads.
That's how
Yep,
we usually
yep,
talk
that's
about
he looks at you, Rosalind, and he just goes, leader. And he goes and he sits on the cart. As he sits on the cart, you hear a very loud as it holds his weight and seems to be bowing where he is, but it ultimately seems to be holding.
I scratch my head and I go, 1 second, and I go to the front and speak to them.
All right. What are you asking them?
I'm gonna have to cast again because I'm pretty sure it's ran out by now. So let me just make sure that I do have a cast, because otherwise this is gonna be awkward. Hold on.
You just stare at horses
Just
like.
Starts talking to them. It's like, so, how are you doing?
Yeah, alright, I do. Okay, I've just put another one on. I'm gonna go. So, bit heavier, or are we all good? Like just making sure that the horse is okay with the weight.
They look at you and are like, we haven't started moving yet. We don't know.
I look at them and I go, start moving forward.
And you, as you say this, you start to see the cart, and they're like struggling a little more with it, but it seems to ultimately that they're fine with this extra weight added to the cart.
Alright, I'm gonna look at them and go, well, looks like you're all good, and I'm gonna hit the side of the cart as if to say, like, you know, keep going, and hopefully that wakes Exton up, because I want to piss him off. Right when he's laying, you just hear a.
It does not wake Exton up at all. He is still sound asleep. I rolled for him. Don't you worry.
Guys, that
He
means
looks
we can put
harmless
stuff on his
whenever
face.
he's sleeping.
Time to
like-
draw.
Time to draw stuff on his face and like put stuff on his face. Hold on, let me see what I got in my extras. Hold up.
And how old
Oh,
are
no.
you two again?
Listen, I'm trying to have some fun. Leave me alone. I'm gonna put my shield on his head.
On his
Wait,
head?
no, not my shield. I can't put my shield. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't. Literally the one thing you can't do.
Pranks for it's pranks for Galax. I'm going to strangle him in his sleep. That's fun,
Suffocation. Let's go, baby.
Balance it because I have a crowbar. I'm gonna balance a crowbar like along his forehead, and I'm gonna. Like, yes. Haha.
As you start balancing the crowbar, you see him go, and he like turns over a little bit.
And I go, okay, and I like put it like on his side instead. And I'm like, haha, and I'm like, Hana, your turn. Like gesturing at everyone else to get in on the act.
I'm just
Listen,
driving the cart.
It's a prank episode, man. It's a prank episode.
I'm going to
I
take
shake
a
my
nap.
head no. I'm having second thoughts about this.
And I go,
Okay.
pass me something then. Like
Gala?
saying, can you?
He's gonna wake up and just immediately punch you in the face. You do.
Galax
nothing,
just
right?
doesn't learn is the thing.
What's
He
new?
doesn't care. That's the
You
weird
see,
thing.
it takes him like 5 times the average human capacity to learn of a subject, you know? And he only has like a third of the life, so. Yeah?
Anyone gonna give me anything to like?
No.
play something?
I take a nap.
Oh my god.
I'm
driving
I'll
the
find something
car.
else. Hold on.
Makai looks at you as you're
Yeah.
doing this, and he just looks down at Exton, and he just goes, "What are you doing to your friend there?"
And I'm gonna look and go, just messing around a little bit. It's always boring with this lot. They don't like to have fun. And I'm like waving my hand at the
Your
others.
fun equals jail time. No.
I go,
You're fun.
Only like 75% of the time.
exactly. Not 100%.
That's a good win
What's
rate.
100%?
That's a good win
That-
rate.
Exactly. I'm gonna get my.
No, because that's not the win rate.
No,
That's the
'cause
loss
it's
rate.
75% time in
I'm gonna-
jail.
No, I
I'm gonna
know.
I have a flask, so I'm gonna take the flask and I'm like gonna place it like hip because you said he's on his side, right? So I'm gonna place it on his hip and I'm gonna like balance it and go, ha ha, another one.
I pay no.
While Galax is doing this and fucking with Exton, you guys start continuing through the forest, and as you are continuing through the forest, you see the town of Magnolia Springs slowly fade out, and as it's fading out, you notice Rosalind, can you roll me a perception check real quick?
As I know that we're leaving Magnolia Falls, I just like do a respectful.
Spring.
I'm assuming
Hey,
that
Magnolia
I would know
Spring.
some sort of like Magnolia Springs, not Falls. Hello.
Gravity
I
Falls.
didn't get a very
Yeah.
good roll there. I got
Um,
a 12.
Oh, that's so fine.
Yeah.
What do you?
Oh, I'm just assuming that I would know some sort of like rest in peace from being around Rosam's family and just say some parting words.
As you're leaving, you do notice a celestial-looking deer kind of coming out of the woods and just sitting in the road there, watching you leave. But
Me?
no, Rosalind.
Gabrielle. Rosalind. Okay.
Everything's Gabriella.
It's all about me. Hold
So,
on, I can't do my hair flip right now. Hold on.
oh my
Let's see what
gosh.
else I got. Hold on. Let me see what else I got. I have a steak, as in like a wooden.
I'm
steak.
not paying attention to it. Just keep doing your thing.
You do you. You
Say
100%
this
do
then.
you.
By the time he wakes up, he has 7 different things on him. Let's
Okay.
just say that. 'cause
Okay.
That's how many
Sure.
things I can use max.
Sure. Sure.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
This
so
is
proud.
so important to
I'm so proud.
Galax. This is so
It
important to
is.
Galax's character
is.
growth.
Lore building.
It is very, very crucial.
Lore building.
Oh my lord. So as you guys are traveling through the forest, it's very quiet, and the noises of the forest don't seem to be making much of an appearance as you guys are leaving Magnolia. And before you know it, you guys are already at the end of the thick that transfers into the plains, and you start traveling into the plains. And as you do, Makai kind of shifts around. And he looks about, and he looks up into the sky, and he just goes, huh. Rain's gonna be coming soon. And he looks around, he just goes, do we have a place that we can hang out for the night?
Don't you?
He looks at he looks at Hana, and he just goes, I cannot be out in the rain.
Oh. No. Help him. Someone help him. Please.
He's like, if you guys
Anyone?
want, we can set up a little cloth over the cart somewhere, and I can just lay under that.
I think it would be best for us to let the horses rest as well. So
Okay.
perhaps we should stop for
gonna-
the night.
I'm gonna go like this, and that's gonna signal the horses to stop.
All right. As you guys stop, and you see Makai like promptly get up and kind of like crawl underneath the cart to some degree that he can, and he just kind of sits there. He's like, well, this is where I'll be, I guess, for the rest of tonight.
I'm gonna go down
any-
and grab his hand and pull him into the cart. And he can have my spot.
In the cart, he can't be in the cart. It's an
Can't be-
open
he
cart.
can't- Yeah, he needs to be under
Oh.
something. So
It's not a
raining.
carriage. It's a cart.
Oh.
How much money do you think we have?
We also didn't buy this. We like rented it too.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna.
is there-
You know what? I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna take my, because I have something that I can give to him. I'm gonna give him my. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I've lost. Common clothes. There it is. I'm gonna give him my common clothes so he can use it as like a blanket to sort of like just, you know, in case drips do happen, they're gonna at least go onto the
All right.
the thing.
Where are we like making camp? Are we still like at the edge of the trees, or are
I
we
can
You
really
you
get
guys you guys make camp a little bit out from the trees, but it was at the edge of the trees that he noticed that it was going to start raining soon. So you guys are able to go a little bit further and find a spot off to the left of the road that you can just kind of go into a ditch and camp for the night. But you're still like the trees are still within sight.
Is the ditch kind of covered in a way? Like there's like a little like hedge, like there's a little.
like an overhang?
Thing
The
over- yeah.
the overhang goes to the road essentially, but yes, there's a little overhang, and then like as you go further out into the plains that don't seem to be civilized, you just see different rock spires coming up and like boulders along the way and all this other stuff.
I'm gonna use my shield to help kind of set up a little shelter for him, something to like cover the rain from hitting him.
Okay.
So me and Hana scared the shit out of him. Now we're just.
I don't
We're
understand you
helping him
two.
protect
I
him.
really don't.
Well,
But okay.
I guess I'll make a fire and start cooking.
He
Someone
he
said
looks
fire.
at you. He's like, "If it's a fire you want, I can start it easily." And you see him like come over, and he sits down, and you hear him muttering a few words, and then he just puts his hand out, and you see like a small bit of mounds of dirt just come up and form around into a small pile of wood, and then you see it just spark and set alight. He just goes, "There you go," and he slowly shambles back to the cart and sits underneath it.
A nice trick you have there. Did you learn that from Drake?
I just kind of came into this world knowing a lot of stuff like that. I guess I kind of did. I don't know exactly where all my knowledge comes from. Like I said, I only knew Drake for a few months and then vanished.
Just thinking of a funny story.
Yeah, were you? Were you thinking of Avatar?
No, no, not at all.
So are you guys gonna do anything before you go to sleep or no?
I'm gonna
I'm
tie
kind
up
of
a rope.
concerned. Exton has been sleeping all day. Is he gonna wake up at some point? Because
Isn't he hibernating or something?
that's what I'm worried about at this point. Like, what's going on?
You can go and shake him awake if you want.
I'm gonna go and stick my finger up his
Maybe
nostril.
he's not asleep.
Yeah, because like literally, there's nothing more invasive than stuffing your friends with a finger in their nose.
Sure, I'll shake him awake. What's going on? Why has he been sleeping all day? Like,
He's
what's going
so
on?
upset with you.
As
He's
you
just
go
really
to
upset with you.
as you go to put your hand on his shoulder and you start shaking him, he grabs your arm. He just goes like this to you, and he like grabs you and pulls you down to him. He just goes, "Who is this character?"
Oh my god, he's been awake the entire time. The fuckhead. I go. You on about the metal dude?
He's like, "Keep your voice down." Yes.
I am.
Made the metal death?
Isn't he underneath the cart?
Yeah,
Listen,
that's
I
why
can't
he's trying to
I can't-
whisper.
Listen, out of character real quick, I can't do his voice in a whisper. So just
Okay. You're fine.
Rosalind and Gabriella picked him up, and he's with us now. Not an issue though, not an issue. I scared the shit out of him, and he hit me, but that's fine. It's fine.
He looks at you and then he kind of like peeks over the cart a little bit. He's like, "I don't trust him."
Neither do I, but he's apparently free to leave, so he's not really a problem, to be honest. And I sort of like wave like my hand a little bit.
He looks at you. He's like, "Something is wrong about him. I don't think I want to find out what. I don't think he's saying as much as he's letting on." He's like, "I've been around demons that have mastered the art, and literally their whole title is around tricking others. He's hiding something."
I look at him and go, "So, you want to go interrogate him, or?" And I'm like, you know, like, like saying, "Do we kidnap him? Like, what's going on?"
I thought you were saying strangle him. I'm like, he doesn't need to breathe. he just Exton sits there for a few seconds. He just goes, "I think we should keep a low profile for now. If he ends up doing something
Sus.
interesting,
Yes.
I have an idea of who he might be. But for now, we gotta make sure that he doesn't do anything rash. If we cause him to act out, could be the end of all of us."
I sort of just look at him and just go, fair enough. Good to know that you're not dead, because obviously he's been sleeping all day. Sleeping all day. Sorry.
It was a long
I'm just
sleep,
gonna
but
joke and
not
go.
the long sleep.
I'm just gonna look at him and go, it's good to know that you're not dead. And I'm gonna nudge him a little bit, and then because obviously all the stuff's still on it, so hopefully it's gonna fall off at this point.
he looks at you. He's like, "Good to know you were having fun." And then he like rolls over. He's like, don't do anything stupid. And he like kind of just puts his arm up and sits there for a little bit.
And I go, well, I'm gonna. This is a Marvel reference, so I hope you get this. I'm gonna go. How can I be stupid? You're taking all the stupid with you, and I'm gonna walk.
You see him just raise a hand up and flip you off.
Flip's reaction there was brilliant. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, I'll just walk off then. It's fine. Sorry.
All right. All right. Is there anything else you guys are gonna do before the night? Before you go to sleep for the night?
Nope.
All right.
I'll probably stay up for the first because I took a short rest on the cart. I'm gonna probably just keep an eye out for.
All right. Sounds good.
Really quick, but
Okay. As you guys go to sleep, Galax, you get a dream tonight of. Let me just go ahead.
Extend. Oh.
A wet dream. All right. Let me go ahead and deafen real quick. This is just gonna be really quick though.
I'm gonna be.
All right, sounds good. But all you see in your dream as you fade out to darkness is you appear in this shadowy world where you see a bunch of shadows just like thrown past you, one after the other, just shooting off in different directions. And you are there, and you notice that you're in commoner's clothes. You're not in your armor that you usually have on. And all you have with you is the shield that you've been holding on this entire time. You notice a couple choice words that it says. It just goes, he's late.
Okay. Dreaming corners closed. Shadows passing by quickly. Talking to shield. Sorry, everybody. I'm just writing this down in my notes. Okay, so and is that all that's said? And I'm like,
He said he's late, and he waits there for a minute, assuming you're gonna respond somehow.
and I'm gonna go, the elf man. Yes, I'm wondering where the individual is. He said he'd find me. I don't know what to tell you.
He sits there for a few seconds. He goes, cramped, wet, dark.
What? Wait, cramped, wet, dark. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then he also says captive. Maybe. Not sure.
Oh.
As-
Sorry. I look at my keyboard when I type. Leave me alone.
As he finishes this up, you see one of the shadows sprint past, and you notice that you're able to make out the visage of the elf that you had seen before sprinting past.
Can I like? This could be really weird, but can I like put my hand like out to see if I can like stop a shadow? I know I'm in the dream, but
Yeah,
obviously
you can.
I'm gonna like put my hand out like to try and like not grab, but like like sort of just maybe see if it passes through my hand, whatever it does.
As you put your hand out to try and grab like somebody running past, it just hits your hand and kind of puffs out, and then reforms on the other side and keeps going.
Hold on, I need to see something before I speak. Where is it? What? How long ago was? Oh my god, really?
It's been about 5 days since he said or no, it would have been
Yeah,
about
I know.
almost 6 days.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to think if you said his name one. I
Mm,
don't think he did.
no, he didn't talk. He never talked. So you wouldn't know his name.
I know what he. I remember. Yeah, I remember what he looked. Ah, okay.
Yeah, he never said his name. He didn't
You're
talk
just
at all.
gonna hear me just go, "Elf man!" Like the the scream and like the camera pans away. That's essentially what's gonna happen.
As you scream, you hear your voice echoing, and none of the shadows seem to reply or respond in any way. You hear your scream echoing out as you do it over and over again, trying to get the attention of this elf, and nothing happens. Nobody seems to react or respond. And then all you hear from the shield is, "We must find him, or I will be trapped forever. The only one who has given me any sort of hope in these years."
1 second. Okay.
And,
Sorry. I'm gonna look at him and go, how much time do we have?
he sighs. He just goes, I don't know how much has passed, but a few weeks maybe.
I'm just gonna sort of just, you know, just tap the shield and go, I made a promise to you and I'm gonna stick by it. And I'm gonna shout Elfman again to see if I get any reaction. Not assuming I will, but I'm gonna shout Elfman again. See if I just get any form of like indication or something, like whether it's a place or a thing.
You don't get any indication. But as you do shout, you notice the shadows react this time and they start swirling around you and they like encapsulate you and your eyesight starts to go a little like blinded, like you start blinding you, and then you just all of a sudden everything turns to light and you just raise up out of your I guess your sleeping bag and you start panting really hard and loss of breath. Like you notice that you're back in the real world now.
Okay, I'm gonna look. Is the shield still on my arm?
The shield is still on your arm, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna sort of just like I'm gonna sit up and like compose myself a little bit and sort of go. I need to start thinking for myself a bit. And, like lay back.
Okay. Let's see. Boop. Boop. Welcome back.
Boop.
Hello.
Whilst they're waking up, I'm going to the toilet.
All right, sounds good.
I was gonna have a dream. I'm back.
All right. As you guys are waking up, you notice the birds tweeting and fluttering about. You do notice that it did end up raining last night, and that the Warforged man is Makai is just sitting underneath the cart, looking down at the ground, and he seems to be muttering something as he's like drawing something in with his staff. But other than that, nothing else seems to have changed. Your surroundings seem relatively the same.
Okay.
Is there anything you guys want to do, or you guys just want to...
I just crack on with the day.
Alright. As you guys start to get into the cart and start packing up, you guys notice that Exton doesn't seem to be in the cart anymore. He isn't immediately in the vicinity, but after looking around for a bit, you notice that Exton's kind of like back behind your campsite, looking at the Warforged really intently and trying to figure out what he's drawing. Like you see him with a stick in the dirt, trying to figure out what the Warforged is drawing down.
Am I passing by this exactly?
You'd be passing by Makai, but not Exton.
Okay. Well, I mean, to see him drawing is what I'm saying.
Would you see Makai drawing or Exton? Which one?
Makai.
Yeah, you'd be able to see Makai drawing. He's not making a secret.
What's that you've been drawing? Is it similar to what I saw?
This time it's a real drawing of something. You can't tell quite what it is. It has eyes on it, but you aren't sure if it's a beast, a demon of some sort, an aberration, or what.
Gotta use primeval awareness.
Oh my gosh.
So what's that you got there? You've been drawing these images.
He sits there, he goes, flashes of memories. I just draw them down to see if it can help spur anything.
So all you've known is what you've known in the past 2 months, basically. You
A
just
little,
came to.
few more than 2, but yes, essentially. He looks up at you, he goes, I feel I wasn't that good of a person in a past life. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly I've done in those lives and hopefully make it better.
Your past doesn't dictate how you are now.
He looks
Or
over to
if shove into
you.
my eyes.
He looks over to you, he says, some people can't seem to forget the past. And he keeps drawing in the dirt.
Well, come on. There's no use gonna... We're going to head out in a little bit, so we should probably crack on with the day.
He looks up, he's like, indeed we shall. And he, like, stands up with the help of his staff, and he's just like, you coming along too, devil man? And you see him, like, slowly walk over to the cart and sit down. And Exton, who's over in the distance, just kind of looks over at him. He looks down at the drawing, and he kind of kicks the dirt to cover the drawing up, and then he follows onto the cart.
What were you drawing, Exton?
Are you gonna ask him?
It wasn't
Yes.
Exton. that
The
was
first
drawing
time
it.
that Hana speaks clearly in common, what were you drawing, Exton?
And staticky at the
Exton's
same
gonna
time.
go, I wasn't the
And
one
staticky.
drawing.
No,
He
you're
wasn't,
not
they were both
Exton. You're
drawing.
Galax.
Oh, sorry.
They were both drawing.
No, he was
Does anyone know who their
drawing.
character is?
Exton and Makai were drawing.
People say there's
Yeah.
drawings. I'm like,
See, Exton and Makai were drawing. So
Yeah.
Exton
okay,
did something.
I didn't know that. No one updated me.
Yeah,
I was here.
Stinky.
So as Exton passes by you, he looks down. He's like, "I was drawing a bird," and he just keeps not drawing. He keeps walking towards the cart.
Grab his wrist as he tries to walk away.
Yeah, sure.
Don't trust you.
And he looks down at you. He's like, "And you'd make sense if I didn't trust you and your little demon." And he whips his hand back from your grip, and he keeps walking towards the cart.
Does Hana
I look
trust?
down at my hand as I start
Me.
to cast Firebolt. And I grab my
I
own
calm
hand,
Hana.
and
I sort of. I
I,
was gonna say.
I shake my head and I close my fingers up. Not yet.
Not yet. Not today. Not today.
I know, we still need him.
You're like a staticky, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
As you guys get in the cart and you start continuing the journey, you all don't really have much of import as you cross over hill after hill, and this what seems to be like endless waves of the earth just traveling along these roads and paths. And days turn to night as you hear the different sounds and the different passersby on passersby. Passersby? Is it? This is what? No. This. Anyway, we'll do that later.
Savings mugs.
But anyways, as the different passersby on carts come and go and follow you and pass, you guys take about 3 to 4 days in total to get to the destination that you are trying to reach. And as you're approaching it, you notice it on the horizon line, a very big, imposing wall on this hill, and you see a giant flag, but the flag seems to be very elongated and something seems to be torn at the base. And as you get closer, you start noticing the land gets a lot darker around this keep that you guys are approaching. You notice that the grass around it seems to start wilting from a couple miles out as you progress towards it. The colors change and it warps and it curls up until eventually you notice that there are thorns knocking on to the side of the castle. You notice the walls all crumbling and crushed from what looks like a recent battle. There's a storm cloud in the background, but not over top of it exactly. And you see one lone figure on top of the wall looking down as you approach this giant black wood gate. And you see him just looking over, but he remains motionless as he looks you guys up and down the whole way from the I guess it'd be considered the driveway. I don't know. The road that connects to the path that you guys were on. And he just looks at you, motionless, noiseless, and he sits there. And as you guys hit Nightshade Keep, nothing happens. The gates don't open. There's nobody there manning it except for this one lone soldier.
We have a key.
You guys have the deed. You guys have the deed to the keep.
We have the deed to the.
Yeah, but is there the key with the deed?
I don't know if you guys know this, but these keeps don't typically have a key. It's a giant door.
Yeah, so we need a giant key,
Oh, a
right?
Big lock.
You need the boss key from Legend of Zelda.
Oh my gosh.
Are you guys gonna? What are you guys doing as you reach the Bramble Keep here?
Oh, is that Pondia here?
You guys, are you guys just sitting here?
I'm gonna look up and go.
I'm gonna
"Yes,
go knock
I'm
on the
here.
door.
You're looking at me. I can see you looking at me. We have the deed. Who has it?
Who has the deed?
I think
Rosalind probably has it. She was the most
have it.
We have the
responsible.
deed. Who has the deed?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Pretty
if
sure I
anything was
have
entrusted,
it.
it's probably Rosalind.
I'm gonna go. We have the deed right here, and I'm gonna point, like to one of them, and I'm gonna purposely
I
point at
guess
the wrong person
I'll
first, and then go
point
here, here, like trying to. Point
All
the right
right.
person.
As you do that, you hear.
Hold on, my cat has spilled water all over my desk.
We'll fill Rosalind in when they get back. But as you do that,
I'm gonna go.
and as you
Frozen.
think that's it.
as you moan back, you hear a little and you start hearing these cogs turning, and the door slowly just goes and it opens slowly, and as it opens, you notice a bunch of people just shambling back behind the door, but as it opens, they all stop and turn, and they all release the same sound at the same time. They just go
Thank God, someone get your throat lozenge, I
I'm
swear.
I'm quickly
I'm gonna
gonna
turn to
draw my
Connor and go.
crossbow. I'm gonna cast light on a bolt and I'm gonna launch it in.
Are you aiming for one of the corpses?
No, I'm just aiming it like if I can tell like everyone's about 6 feet tall, I'll do it about 8 feet so I can like get it way back.
Arrows drop.
No, I know. I'm saying like, I'm trying to arc way over.
Okay.
Get it in the back
As
of the way
you
along the way.
as you shoot it, you see the arrow fly, and all of the bodies in there just kind of turn as it's flying. They go, and they turn back towards you after it hits the end of its flight path, I guess.
Did they look zombie-ish?
They all have armor on, and their armor's very rusted, and you can tell it's a few of them have like what you can tell to be pale skin, very pale, and some seem to be like missing body parts and such, but they aren't attacking. You can assume that they're probably some sort of undead aspect, but you can't tell exactly what.
I'm gonna puff my chest up and go. Well, Hannah, I made the cry. The door opened. Marching like big chested in front of the cart without anyone else, just by myself. Just
Damn, son, you're ballsy there. Go for it. That's all you.
You forget what my chest plate is, don't you, good sir?
Um,
All the balls in the world. Bobby, I'm just gonna walk in like, and like start looking around.
as you walk in and you get
Please don't
past,
tell me they do that. Please don't tell me they do that.
No.
I walk in, it's synchronized.
no, as you walk in and you start moving through this gathering here, they slowly part down the center as you go into the middle of them, and they just, as you're passing, you hear the chattering and the clicking of them, and their jaws like smacking their teeth together in a very loud fashion, and then the collective groans of this mob of people just sitting here, and you can tell at this point that these are definitely zombies of some sort.
Okay.
You can't tell what
that's all
kind, but they
right.
don't seem to be upset or attacking. They seem to be
Got me
Rosalind has the
before
deed.
in there.
They seem to be honoring the agreement of the deed to the keep.
Can I go get the deed from Rosalind and read it?
Yeah, sure.
What does it say anything specific about maybe some undead servants or anything?
It says the owner of this document post the fight that took place at Nightshade Keep is now the rightful owner and heir to the property, therefore inheriting all residents and possible items within the boundaries of said keep. That is all it says. And it is signed by the Emperor of Prisio. And it has the
By the
stamp.
way, as I'm walking in, I'm
gonna-
going, Todd, Tim, Jeffrey, like just randomly at the random, just like
Start
as I go through.
naming them.
Can I?
Just saying random names, just hoping that one of them
Did
responds.
the
Just
one
going
up-
to walk forward with my arms crossed.
Did the one up top seem more special than the others?
The one up top had blackened metal on his armor, but other than that, not very much different. Whereas all these people are wearing what you could assume to be iron plate to some extent, the one up top had a blackened iron or a blackened steel.
I'm gonna take the deed and march up to that guy.
Gonna march up to the
How
one up top. As you march up the stairs, you notice that there are multiple of these zombified people on the stairs as well. And as you pass by, they like kind of shimmy up against the wall. And as they shimmy, sometimes some of them would crack their knee and fall down a little bit. And they're
Can I
just
help, like,
groaning
prop
and
them as they start to fall.
yeah, you can.
And, like,
You as you prop them up, they like are able to pop their knee back into place and like get back up, and every one of them kind of reaches out, but as they reach out, they don't never touch you, but they get as close as they humanly can, and they just kind of like back around and like run their hand around your form essentially. And as you approach the black and steel creature, you see him turn around. He goes, and he holds out his hand, like out to you.
I'm gonna hold up the deed. This find you here?
You see him grab his head. He goes, and he doesn't really make any movement to say yes or no. He just seems to be not in a stable mindset right now.
I set you free. You helped
Genie.
once.
You see the black and steel's body hit his sword on the ground, and he like puts his sword on your hands, like telling you to stop, and then he slowly swings his sword over to the what you could assume to be the main building in the back that seems to have had a couple. It's a castle-like cathedral-looking building with two of its towers, one on the front left, like the closest to the left, and the back right, fallen down, and then two towers that are remaining are like broken and have like holes missing from them, and that's where you see this very elongated flag that has been torn down the middle, kind of like flying off the top, and you notice that the front door of it is like caved and fallen down in front, and you see him just pointing, and he goes,
And he tried to stop my hand a bit from tearing it.
yeah.
Put his sword. Okay. Show me. And I'm gonna like whistle down to the group. Follow. Follow.
To follow? He doesn't move. He just keeps pointing to the keep, to the cathedral looking building.
I'm gonna try to get the rest of the group up here because it's a little creepy.
Why are you getting him up on the wall?
What, on the wall? I thought he was up.
No, he's up on the wall.
Where am I
Oh,
walking to, by the way?
Is the wall like? Is there a second level that?
So it goes.
The
The wall just surrounds the inner like building, and then there's the ground floor, which you guys entered on with all these different people, and then past the ground floor a little bit and up is where the building is.
And we reach that from the ground floor. I'd go.
Yeah,
back down.
you'd have to go back down the
Okay.
stairs.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. I will leave him 1 gold piece.
Okay.
And I
That
will
works.
take
I thought you were gonna leave him a silver. I was like, okay. You know he's undead. You literally know this.
You can't use this.
But as you leave the gold in his hand, he like looks at it and he like kind of bites it and he holds it in his mouth and he swallows it and he just goes and he points back to the keep again.
I'm gonna go back downstairs.
All right, sounds good.
I know where to go.
As you come down, you see Micaiah look up. He goes, "Well, they look like me, but they're definitely not me. Who are these people?"
You tell me.
They're the us.
They are
What?
not us.
That,
They are what
that's
is
what
called
they
un-
keep saying.
Yes, that is because no one here can speak undead. Wait,
Undead's not a language. Undead's not a language.
Yeah, I don't know what I was saying. I got really confused for a second. I was like,
I'll
wait,
say,
no.
You see Exton kind of step up. He goes, these are vengeful spirits that essentially can't move on to their life, or wherever that one up there was pointing. There's
follow.
probably some person controlling them in there. So,
Start
I had to
walking
hazard a
off
guess.
the thing that-
I would be careful. And he sits back a little bit and he's like, we can go. I don't sense any ill intent from these people yet.
I'm already making my way through the next door or whatever with my scimitar up.
Your scimitar up?
Do we even know
Oh,
what
yeah.
they wanted us to do here? Nightshade Keep?
So
This is our place for like.
they said that they were giving
operations.
it for your base of operations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. You have to talk. Is there no one to welcome us? Is this the welcome party? Because this is not very welcome.
This is dreadfully unwelcoming. Where's the champagne, the streamers?
This is, yes, darling. I just need some champagne, a little bit of R&R.
Hello.
This is very relaxing to Hana.
Is there anything? Because I've just walked in a straight line like through the people because I just want to like
Yeah, you were in the
So
center of this
um,
this like mob.
Okay. Can I see anything like right at the back, or is this just all a mechanism to just open it?
At the door you see like the cogs that spun to open it, but you don't see anything else. You just see the giant wall that has different gaps missing and it's fallen over in these places. But at the back, like past the courtyard, is where the cathedral building is.
Where
Alright,
I
I'm
am
gonna start
currently
following Hana.
walking to all alone.
I am gonna
About
catch up
30
to Hana.
paces in front of everyone.
As Exton sees you moving again, he goes, all right, whatever. And he gets off the cart and he starts following you guys towards the cathedral as well.
I'm going to try to find the person that Exton said would be possibly controlling them and ask him more about
He
the
said that it's
information.
more than likely in the cathedral. That's why he pointed them there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So then I'll just follow along.
I'm gonna stop for a second really quick, pull the deed back out, turn around, look at Exton, look at all of the zombies, point at Exton, and say attack, and see if anything happens.
Oh my god.
No,
As-
don't attack.
As you point and say,
No, please.
oh my
don't.
gosh, no.
Oh my god, no,
Oh.
please.
Don't leave. As you say that, the zombies like all sway forward and then just
I say,
lean
"Stop."
back. And they go.
Stop.
And they kind of freeze and come back to their resting stance, hunched over,
Hey, hold
swords
on,
in
let
the
me see
ground.
that. I'm gonna
I
snatch
look
the
at
deed.
the...
I'm gonna snatch the deed out of Hana's. I'm gonna snatch the deed out of Hana's hand real quick.
No, it is mine.
Hana
I
has
can
an
slide a hand
I
this,
have
no
all
problem.
the power.
They control zombies once, and this shit happens.
I can slide a hand this if you want me to, or if you're not gonna
Are
hand
you
it
really
over.
taking it?
Yeah, hell yeah. I want to try something.
All right,
Okay,
slide a hand
I'll
against.
Just give it.
Oh,
I'll
you're
give
just
to
giving it?
you.
You're just giving it.
I'll
Okay.
give it to you.
Okay.
I'll like give it, and when I go to give it, I pull it back really quick, and I look at you, and I give you that look.
Okay, well, I'm just going to
And
take
then I
it from
give
you
it.
if you don't.
No, and then I
so-
give it back to you. Like you can
Alright.
have it.
All right,
Alright.
everyone. I start shaking it. All right, everyone, follow me.
Be careful with that. It's extremely
Now.
dangerous.
Slide to
Oh
the
my
left.
God, why did you give it to her?
They
Slide
look
to
at
the
you. They look at you and they just go, and they lean forward.
I have my dance troupe.
Oh my god. No.
I shouldn't have given him the scroll. Everyone work with me to get it back.
Gabriella's final boss.
It was me all along.
I'm
just
holding on to this, and then I put it in my bag.
Gabriella.
Oh, come on, a little bit of fun never killed us.
No.
It killed them at some point, but, you know, that's irrelevant.
I don't know if that was fun.
You having a dance group.
Murder?
Well, I expected a party, and this is rather not welcoming.
It's a dead man's party.
I bought murder.
Judith.
Judas.
Oh my gosh. All right. So are you guys done playing with the zombies?
I'm still walking
Well,
towards the cathedral now.
I mean,
Is
we
it
have an
lit? Is it
army.
illuminated? Do we know? Does
It-
it seem or appear that
It looks like
illuminated?
there are sconces for torches to be held in, but there's no illumination currently being in the room from like human-made light. It just seems to be the light flowing in from the different holes and like ruined parts of the building.
I'm gonna go up to the front door where it was caved in and start pulling some rocks out.
Okay.
Moving them.
Are you looking for anything, or are you just moving them?
Moving them and looking for anything, seeing if I see any symbols, just by chance or anything.
All right. Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
17.
As you're pulling the different stones apart and like moving the different blocks that were the frame of the door, you notice an abnormally large brick that was used for the door frame that you could assume to be the keystone. And there's just a giant carving of what seems to be a flower of sorts on the keystone to the door.
Would I recognize this flower, or is it very generic? Just
You can recognize the flower. You've seen it before, being in the forest many times, and judging by the general shape of the carving and the name of the keep, you can assume that this is a nightshade flower used to just add some flair to the door.
I wonder why it's called Nightshade Keep. Haha.
I turned around and I looked at them. There was a castle here.
Everybody
the
just
rock a little
pauses.
further.
Everybody has to just take in the
shall we go
stupidity.
forward?
Said anything.
Shall we just go forward and forget anything?
Oh
from the
my
last
gosh.
They
session?
just walk right past me. Just, okay.
Did you guys hear something?
God damn it. Oh my gosh. I'm so thrown off now. As you guys enter, you see the light coming in and shading different areas of the room, but at the very back, where you would assume the commander to sit or the leader of the keep to sit, the throne of this fort, you don't notice it being very well lit. You notice the foot of the throne where it goes up being lit, and you just notice what is a greave? That's what it's called. One golden plated greave sitting at the end of the room.
Grieve,
The rest of the throne is dark, but you just notice this one greave sitting at the end of the room. Who has dark vision?
I do.
Everyone.
Wait,
Cool.
do I wait?
Grieves are,
I don't think you have dark vision.
Wait, yeah, you have dark
Galax.
vision?
I don't think I do.
Don't you just
Wait.
have lizard vision, like heat?
Yeah,
I
I
can
know,
just see
I know.
lizards.
I have thermal.
Yeah.
I lied. I'm thinking. What? Who am I thinking of? I feel like I have.
Are you thinking of in Hayes'
Is a grieve a shin plate?
Maybe.
Yeah, a greave is a shin plate. It's a boot connected to a shin plate, is what's
To a shin plate,
sitting.
yeah.
Would it be?
So the people with dark vision are able to see a full suit of armor that seems to be run through by a spear sitting in the chair there, and
Well, that
you
doesn't look
see
comfortable.
the head, the helmet just kind of hunched over, sitting there along with it, and laying motionless as you guys approach it.
I don't know about you,
You
but
know.
I'm starting to stretch because I'm gonna start walking over there in a minute.
I kind of put my hand before everyone, and I look up at Gabriella. Scroll, please.
Anyway.
Please.
But my dance troupe.
They have a performance on Monday.
Give back.
Oh, very well, child, if it makes you happy.
I'm gonna look and go. I think Hana has an idea. Just wait.
I handed it to her.
So either I bring them all in here and then we go in and something happens and that was a mistake and there's no way out. Or I bring them all in here and something happens and then it's good thing we had backup. So I'm gonna call them all over here and try to get them to like stand around the exit or
As
the
you
first
call them
exit.
up, you notice them all gather at the very foot of the stairs up, and they just gather there and they start like smushing into each other and like just trying to push into the stairs, but they never break the first step.
It's like the minions in Despicable Me.
Okay.
It's like, banana, banana.
Banana!
Back up and guard.
You see them back up a little bit, and they go, and you see them all turn around and like kind of like kneel down a little bit and just look out towards anything that might come in.
Nice. Roll it back up, and I hand it to Gabriella. Thank you. And I give her a little pat on the arm.
Gabriella, roll me
On the
perception.
arm. Not the head. I'm not that tall.
And Rosalind, roll me perception with advantage. Sorry.
I was like, disadvantage.
Yeah, I was gonna say advantage. Sorry.
That's 17.
All right.
Well, you cut out.
I haven't said anything yet.
No, as he cut out.
No, I'm talking to myself.
Oh. You cut out to yourself.
You couldn't hear you.
30, 20.
Just so
30, 20? All right. As you get the scroll and you turn back around, Rosalind and Gabriella, you both notice that the armor has shifted. The helmet is no longer down forward. It is now leaned back and looking up from the throne.
No, the zombies are behind us, Paul and D. We're okay. Don't worry. Sorry. Proceed.
Can we see what he's looking up at, or no?
As you look up, you notice that there is nothing on the ceiling.
I'm gonna walk
You think his
back
neck
up.
was just sore?
No.
Okay, look, I am.
What are you doing,
not
Hana?
very
Sorry.
suited for puzzles.
I walk back up, and do I now notice that the armor is shifted?
Do you have dark vision?
Yeah.
As you walk up, you see the armor, and you see that
Wait.
if you don't have dark vision, then you can't see the top half essentially.
It's in features and traits, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be under your
Under
class
senses.
or your
Racial
race
traits.
features. Yeah.
Then senses too.
Senses.
Because I see mine senses dark vision, 60 feet.
Hold on, I should be able to.
Oh. no,
I can
never
see
mind.
shades of gray. 50 of them.
Thinking, oh.
Red
I think
roses
Adrian and I are
too?
Thinking of our Kalashtar and the other guy.
Probably. Yeah, the turtle.
Yeah.
Turtle.
But nothing is on the roof, like the ceiling of the room. You do notice that like what seems to be a ceiling beforehand has caved and it's got an opening, but nothing is coming in or out of there.
What do you see?
Do you see with your elven eyes?
Elven eyes.
Oh.
What do you elven?
That's also a Lord of the Rings reference, I see. Just let
I
you know.
don't.
I know. That's why I said
That
that.
still only counts as one.
What did you just say?
If you couldn't tell, I was trying to do the ghost ship as well earlier
I know.
with the zombies. I
I
was
know.
like, eh. I'll free your souls if you help me with
Oh my
the
gosh.
battle for Middle Earth.
Oh
This
my
is
gosh.
Literally all the references.
I don't know any of them.
No, you're fine.
Don't worry, Rosalind. If you can't carry yourself, I'll carry you.
Mr. Frodo.
Share the load.
Oh my
Wait
God.
a minute.
What do you... Anyway, back on track. What
It's
do you-
back on track. We're getting off track here.
Back on track.
I don't know
Um,
what's happening.
What are you guys doing with
What do you
the
see?
armor that's sitting in front there?
I'm asking you guys what you saw.
I explained to them that it's positioned,
What can
where
you
the
see?
positioning is.
What is it?
I kind of tap both of them and tell them, like, come here.
Hold on.
What?
Everybody roll
Dude.
perception for me. Everybody roll perception.
roll-
Roll for Exton as well.
Wait, are you
I'm
back
rolling-
up? Are you up top with us?
I'm rolling.
Wait,
Yes.
what are we rolling?
Where else would I be?
Perception.
Perception.
Okay.
14.
9.
All right, I'm rolling 2 dices. Oh
17.
god, 8 and 12. Okay, so 8 for me
12
plus
for
what was
Exton.
it again?
Um, yeah, it's
so
perception.
11 for me, and then 13 for Exton.
17.
17. All right. As you guys all like get around to huddle, you notice, Rosalind, you notice that one member of your group is missing. Makai is not sitting right next to you all, huddling over, and you are able to hear just in the background the creaking of the metal as it gets closer to the statue, but he never gets like right in the face. He just kind of sits there a little bit, and he's about 5 feet off from the suit before you notice him. and he's just
I'm
sitting
gonna
there.
do the
Scrap
most nasty, disgusting face scream that you have ever heard to get him to just stop moving. I'm just gonna and like yell at him.
You're gonna yell at Makai?
Yeah.
Okay. As he's reaching out to like kind of like trace the
Tell him,
the
"Don't
visuals,
move."
he like stops and he just goes, "I've seen this man before."
He's gonna touch it.
I
He brings his hand back. He's like, "Not this life. Another one."
I'm gonna look at Exton.
Another one.
I'm gonna
TJ
look at
Any one of
Exton
y'all
and
was
go-
gonna say it.
I'm gonna look at Exton and go. So is this the part where we go and fight him, or like whispering?
Wait,
obviously,
wait.
this is the whisper.
Actually, while he's over there, he's really close to the armor, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gabriella, Rosalind, Galax, Exton, you're all knelt down next to me, right?
Huddled
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Well,
grab
we
all
have
of
to kneel
them,
down for her.
and I'm gonna make them all kind of like look away, like look back down the stairs for a second, and then I'm gonna like make them all look back. Did the armor move at all?
It's not
Uh.
a weeping angel.
Hey, you don't know that.
As you look back, the armor hasn't moved at all. No.
Damn. Okay, it was worth a shot.
Makai was
I
still
want to
looking at
know-
it either way.
Exactly. We could have, and it was our audio cue for when we looked away to hear. We'd be like, "Oh,
Oh God, Lord! No, not Makai.
oh no, I'm dying."
Oh, heck. No, as you look back, you see Makai like stepping back from it a little bit and just inspecting it, and he's slowly grabbing his staff like he's about to go and touch it with his staff
Could I roll an Arcana check on the skeleton?
Yeah.
Not the
Dis-
skeleton, the armor.
with disadvantage.
Okay.
Scared. I'm just gonna tell the group scared.
Scared.
So-
I'm
Scared.
scared.
Hold on. I need to see if there's a
Um,
language that me and Exton both speak. Oh, we can both speak Draconic. Okay.
So there was a
Um,
17, but it's now a 6. No, it's now a 7.
What? What?
Okay.
Disadvantage.
Yeah,
Oh,
disadvantage.
disadvantage. I was
Okay.
like, what
Minus
minus
10.
do you have? Minus
Yeah.
10.
Just imagine.
I'm gonna
Um,
speak in Draconic to Exton because we can both speak.
All
that
right,
language.
hold that real quick. As you look and you're trying to inspect and feel any magical aura, you feel a sense of magic in the room, but you cannot pinpoint if it's connected to the armor or your party. And what were you gonna say to Exton and Draconic?
I'm just gonna go. So, is this the warrior you were about? And I'm gonna like gesture him to look over.
He looks back at
Fine.
you. He's like, "No, there was a trick with this."
What trick?
He
I
would
say in
have done.
Draconic.
Do you know Draconic?
I know Draconic.
He goes, if there was a
Wow.
trick with this, then he would have done it by now. He already has us right where he wants us with the army outside. And as you hear this, you say, "What trick?" He just goes, "I think there's something else that Makai's not letting on here, and I don't know what."
Well, at least he's honest. I'm gonna pretend that I'm
What?
the only one that can know the language, but never mind. Also, I threw something.
Because out of all my enemies, it's my favorite enemy, so I know the language of it.
He knows. Well, he's also infernal though. He also knows infernal, or at
Well,
least
I
should.
can't speak Infernal.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying though. Like he has a few languages.
Yeah, but sadly, Draconic's the only
DM.
one.
Yeah.
My god, you guys speak
If
Draconic
I
too.
cast floating disc, can I cast it where the armor is so that it lifts up the supposedly empty armor? Because it like holds stuff, but it's unoccupied by a person.
It's pinned into the chair by that spear.
And I check for traps.
Would that still work
well.
though? Like, would I be able?
I mean,
to...
it won't have enough force to lift it all the way up with the weight of the armor and the spear pinning it, but you can try.
All right.
hold...
Being that I have a lot of wisdom and that I've been considerably quiet about said armor, and I haven't heard
It
anything.
can hold up to 500 pounds. Is that
But
okay?
it is pinned into concrete and it's
No, I'm
gold-plated
saying
plate
if
armor.
If it weren't.
I
Would
mean, if
would
it weren't,
hold
yeah,
it?
you could adjust the height of it. Yes.
Could I check for traps without like touching it, or would that be at a disadvantage as well because I'm not actually physically checking it?
You can check for traps. Yeah, it would take investigation.
Okay, cool.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Hana's just like, actually taking this slowly. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like
Well,
actually
not
proud.
even-
Character
That's
growth.
a 6. Jesus.
Six?
I'm slowly
Doesn't appear to be trapped.
Alright. Well,
slowly developing adjectives in my vocabulary.
and brain cells
slowly
apparently.
learning like, hey, maybe run and gun isn't always the solution.
No.
You see Makai like whispering something to himself as he's like making little hand motions towards the armor.
Makai, what do you see?
You see him just raise his staff out and he like puts it over your head and he just like, and he puts one finger up and as he's saying this, you see him go and you see a little ball of light go and it hits right above the armor and illuminates the whole area. And he looks around and he's just like, "You're here, spirits. Stop playing games with us." And you see what appears to be a little ball of fire come slinking down from the rafters.
Deborah Thomas, Deborah Thomas, Deborah Thomas. Deborah.
Freezing temps.
I see it.
I'm gonna start concentrating.
All right.
Does the spear appear to be made of wood with a metal tip, or is it like all metal?
It is a fully metal spear, and as the room lights up, you can see it lodged in, and you can see it pinned all the way through the back of the chair into the ground. It looks as though this is not wielded by a humanoid, or at least if it is a humanoid, an extremely strong one.
Strong, yeah. Jesus.
Damn.
As the ball slinks down from the rafter that was exposed, it slowly slinks down and hits the top of the chair and starts crawling along the top of the chair, and it falls down onto the armrest and hits the hand and starts like emanating this flame across the body of the corpse, and it just sits there burning for a few seconds.
Oh, well, now we have a fire for the night.
Makai looks back at you.
I
He's just
ready my the boomstick. My revolver.
my cheek clapper.
My one-hand cheek clap. I'm ready my revolver. I don't like this. If anyone can't tell, it's gonna possess the damn armor. By the way, we're gonna get into a fight here. So,
You're just like
On
boom stick,
guard.
whatever this is.
And
Am I
as
talking to it first though?
as it encapsulates the armor, it reaches every like possible entrance into it, and then it slowly seeps in through the cracks in the armor, and then you see it kind of explode in this light and then come back in, and then you see it just one huge light emanate and just trail off the side of his head. As the light emanates and trails off his head, this body that has been looking up to the rafters slowly comes down and he just goes, "Welcome."
See,
Hi,
at
how are
least
you?
someone told me welcome.
He looks down at his shoulder and he slowly grabs it. He's like, "Can I have some help here?"
keep him pinned.
He
We'll
reaches his other
well-
arm up and he grabs the other side of the spear. He's like, "I'm not pinned, young."
Makai.
You see
grab the
Makai.
spear.
You see Makai look at you and he just goes, "Okay," and he grabs the spear with him,
I'm
and
gonna
as
rush up. I'm gonna rush in too.
to help with the spear.
Yeah.
Okay, as you rush in, you grab the spear. You guys all are grabbing it, and as you're holding on, he says, "Don't pull." And you see him slowly, he's like just grabbing and lifting the spear out of the side of his shoulder with your guys' body weight on it, with Makai's hanging on, and he's slowly pulling the spear out. As he gets to the end of his arm's reach, he grabs it again with his other arm and starts pulling some more, little by little.
Anytime. You three sitting
Little-
there
I'm
in
enjoying the
bewilderment.
magic
It
trick.
would be nice
Little
of you to
by
maybe
little.
come over here at any point.
Little by little, he's just grabbing and pulling out until about a 15 long spear. Finally, the tip unveils itself from his body,
Alright, where's
and the weight falls to the ground, and he's just like, thank you. And he slowly brings the spear back, and he sets it by his throat, and he just goes, who are you?
And on that, I'm gonna flick.
Oh, on
my
that.
wrist.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, on that. Not the
Oh,
other
sure.
stuff. Oh, okay, no, just making sure.
Remember, I can see shit. Anyway, I'm gonna snap and flick my wrist, and I've just concentrated long enough. I assume my blade move thing. So hold on, let me just make sure I get the right name for it. Flame blade. Yeah. So I now have that, and I'm gonna flick it and go. Do you really want to find out?
I look back at him. I go, fire?
Fire!
Really?
Wait, before he hasn't done anything.
You think this
quite.
is gonna hurt him?
We're your new landlord.
Yes, so luck be a landlord to you.
He looks at you, he's like, rent is not due.
That was
the
the
only
old
one
management
freaking
though.
out?
Yep.
That was
Am I the only one freaking out, you guys? Because I'm kind of jonesing right now.
Like, what the hell?
You see him slowly stand up, and as he stands up, you notice his form for some reason growing as he's slowly getting up out of the chair until he's an 8-foot tall humanoid figure. And he
Nice.
slowly gets up and he grabs the spear and he puts it on the back of him. He just goes,
Donatello.
why are you here?
Show him the
When we
deed.
die.
Show him the deed. Just show him the deed.
I pull it out of my bag and just shake it. We were sent here.
He holds out his very now elongated limb, and he puts his pauldron like resting at the front of your face. Give the paper.
The paper holds the power.
He grabs it.
Look at Gabriel and I'm gonna look at.
Oh,
Gabriel and
did
go,
you give it to him or no?
No, I haven't
yet.
given it to him yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna
going
look
to-
and go. Just remember, this deed controls what's down there. Like,
Yeah, no,
No,
I
this
know.
is. He's made of fire.
No, he only has one fire. Like the fire receded into an eye socket that's coming off the side of his head now.
Yeah, but he started
Wait.
from that, and he filled a body of armor. Are we all not? Have we not all played Diablo? This is where it goes bad. This is where it goes bad. We take it
No
off
idea.
now.
Anything with Diablo.
Okay, well, Hana's gonna tell you all. Like,
About
bad.
Diablo, let me tell you something.
let me tell you the lore. This
Is-
bad. Don't trust. And like pulling
I
out all of
think-
my weapons and just spilling them onto the floor, getting them lined up for a big fight.
I'm going to
on Hana saying that, I'm gonna go. Neither am I, and I'm gonna.
I'm going to motion Rosalind to come here real quick. And I was like, Rosalind, can you give me a hand? I need someone to
cut
hold the
out a lot.
backpack.
You cut out a lot.
Oh.
No,
I signaled to
angry cut
Rosalind.
out.
No, I did, and
Oh,
what I
angry
said
head.
was an action. So
Oh, there goes angry
You're cutting
again.
out more. Bye.
I finished. I said an action, so I'll wait for Flip to finish, and then I'll perform my action.
Okay. I'll signal Rosalind to come here. I'm assuming because she's written letters before that she would have a piece of paper. And it's like, Rosalind, I need a little bit of help here. Could you hold the backpack for me while I rummage through, making sure it didn't... Because I put the deed back in the bag before I came up.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, I want to...
You want me to copy it on a paper, don't you?
I was going to sleight of hand a piece of paper from your bag. From Rosalind's bag. While she's holding my bag. Rob pretending to rummage through it.
All right. So you're taking a piece of paper from Rosalind's bag.
Yeah.
and pretending to rummage through it to look for the paper, and you're trying to.
I'm just going to like hand in that piece of paper essentially. I'm just.
Are you writing anything in it, or are you just?
I was gonna say it's gonna be bad when he just immediately opens it and goes, ah, a blank piece of paper.
Well, if he has to open first, so there's that.
Okay.
Ah, the 1 second of preparation rather than the possible 10 of him pulling out the spear. No. This group
Right.
is giving Hana gray hairs. Her wings are thinning.
Well, then I will freaking. Fine.
No,
I'll-
you can still do that, man. You can still do that.
Do it.
No,
However
it's
it is.
okay.
No,
I
do
am
it.
just-
Do
I
it.
am closest to
Do
him.
it.
I am worried of dying.
Do it.
You've died twice.
All
False.
the more reason to be afraid of it.
So, are you doing that?
I am going to ask
Okay.
Jocelyn to
All right. Roll me
make
sleight
a
of hand.
copy. Sleight of hand. Okay.
Yeah. Sleight of hand. You're asking Rosalind to make a copy for you, or?
Or
Are you
I'll
go-
make a copy.
Okay.
Either
Sleight
way.
of hand, and then also write. Do a. Hold on. Let me look here.
Sleight of
Sleight of
writing.
hand. Sleight of
Sleight of
hand,
writing.
and
Deception, maybe.
performance. I think performance mixes here.
Fuck. All right. Well, that's kind of awful for me.
Yeah, my
But you
performance
said
is
sleight of
like
hand. That's at
+2.
19, and then you said performance.
Yeah. Sleight of hand, and then performance.
Performance is a 16.
All right, so you're able to copy down the deed in at least a manner that is able to be told by you, and you also are able to copy over the seal a little bit and use the ink or the wax that he used to seal that, the excess around, to kind of forge in different lines for this ink, and I mean this wax, sorry, and you give him the deed, and he looks at it for a few seconds. Hold on. He looks at it for a few seconds and he just goes, "You're not him.
It was him.
Where is he?"
We'll only be able to help you if you tell us
We've
who.
been talking riddles all day, but it's gonna get us nowhere.
You see him stand up straight and he says, "Class. The one who put me here."
Oh wait, isn't that the brother of? No, it's not.
He said Claz.
Hmm.
You guys know a Kaz, but not Claz.
Yeah.
I don't think we've run into this name yet.
You guys need to make a decision before I throw my blade at him or fucking slice his face off.
He looks down at you, he's like, "This deed is no." And he gives it back.
Well, who is this class?
He grabs the spear and turns it over till it's horizontal with the ground. "The one who did this to me."
Okay, so he's a freakishly strong man. Anything else you can tell us about him?
"The true ruler of this land. And the one who did that out there." And he points to the fields of the dying grass and the bramble coming up and hitting the walls and all of the ruins. He's like, "The one who did all of that wreckage."
Well, buddy, listen here. We have a deed, one that works because we just forged that one. So you better listen to it very carefully. We're the ones that rule here now.
You just told him that you forged that one?
I don't care.
He looks down at you, he's like,
Why else would it be?
"You
Why else would it
dare
be
to
cool?
deceive me? Show me the real deed right now."
Alex, I hate you. We had to
Don't
make
give
sure
him the-
that
That doesn't mean give him the deed.
it's right here. I will hold it in
Run
front.
out the room.
He
Run.
reaches his
We run.
arms out and tries to grab it. Are you gonna take it back from him?
I'm gonna cut his arm off.
I am literally. How do I know we can trust you?
He sits there and he
I'm
goes,
following through with my action. I'm just going for his arm. I'm going for his arm. I'm
Go,
following
do
through
it.
with my
Go.
action.
Alright.
I'm ready
not
to
stopping.
fight him at any minute.
"Alright, go ahead and cut
I'm
him
following
off.
through with my action.
Go ahead.
And by the way,
Roll-
we're
roll
running out
damage.
the door when it goes
I mean,
back
roll attack,
inside
sorry.
the army.
Roll attack.
Dirty 20.
30-20?
Yep.
Hold on one second.
I got an 18 to a 20.
My
Plus
anxiety is
strength.
peaking so hard.
As you
I hate that we're trying to reason with him. Sorry, Galax does not like that we're trying to reason.
he, as
Yeah, but he could also be at a higher level that he's just gonna one-shot us as well.
Well, we're
So
gonna
that's
find
what
out.
I'm concerned
I'm
about.
down in a blaze of glory.
I'm
5 of
I'm
us
not
and
down for Blaze of Glory.
100
I'm down for
zombies
Spa
outside.
Day at Bennigan's.
what did you slash him with?
Bennigan's, never mind.
Pardon?
What did you slash him with?
My flame blade.
What kind of damage does that do?
Fire.
Making sure. It could be radiant because there's some things that say flame and it does radiant.
Let me just check then. Let me
Like
just
a
check.
fancy
Is it-
fire.
No, I don't want to roll my damage. Damn it.
You need to roll damage anyway, so you're good.
That's actually a really high number. Holy hell! I got 15 plus 6.
15?
21 damage.
As you come down on his arm, are you coming down the one that's outstretched towards the deed?
Yep.
You come down and
I
you
just wanna-
strike all the way through the arm, and it's a clean slice right at the elbow where the gaps in the armor are, but the arm doesn't fall down, it kind of sits there for a few seconds motionless in the air, and you can see as he pulls it back, he looks at it, and he puts his arm right next to it again, and you see the flames that were emanating from his body slowly jump out and attach to the other arm, and he's just like, last chance. My quarrel is not with you.
I'm gonna flick my sword in my hand and I go, "Or you, Gabriella." Like I'm prepared. I'm preparing an action. If you
What if we bring this class to you? What then?
I just sit and you'll return when it's time. But if
You
you
remember
guys own this keep, then I will sit with you.
I hate that he just talks in riddles. Can you just talk like a
Show
normal?
him the real deed.
I did, and then he sliced his
Please.
arm.
Give it.
We just
Give
know
it!
the actual
Come
truth
here!
now.
Come here!
All right,
Give it
I'm going to bring it out to him.
As he reaches out again and he looks at Galax this time as he's going to reach for it.
Galax, it's okay.
I'm-
I'll.
You hear a tiny scream coming
why
up.
Is he smiling? Why is he smiling?
With
'Cause I
the
just missed
scimitar.
Why is he smiling?
And then I stop.
He's not
and I go,
smiling.
Just kidding.
I'm smiling because I'm having fun. But
Oh,
anyways,
okay, I was gonna say. If
anyways.
it's not the character, then I'm alright with.
How
Yeah.
dare you,
Character
Lucid?
smiling, then
How
I'm.
dare you.
how dare I have fun? He reaches out and he grabs the deed and he looks back at it and he's like, "What year is it?"
1991.
907.
Whatever the year is, Mr. DM.
As
Yeah,
I
Mr. DM.
actually don't know myself, but
as you guys tell
Are
him
you
the
running in the
year,
90s?
because somebody knows. As you tell him the year, he looks at the deed and he looks up at you and he just goes, "Why are you just now coming here?
we were told to.
By
We just
who?
handed this document like a few days ago.
By who?"
We don't know their exact names. They go by code names.
You see him turn his neck, and you hear a very loud crack and a pop, and he leans forward and turns back around.
Darling, you should
And
see a chiropractor.
You see, as he turns around and he brings his chin up, you see a tattoo on the bottom side of his chin of a very prominent eye that's there.
Again.
Oh yes, the races. Aces. Sorry.
He just goes, "Tell me, who was the one charge?"
Do we know that?
I don't think you guys do. I mean, you guys know the aces. You know that the aces are higher up. You don't know if they're in
Yeah.
charge or not.
Look, we don't know exactly who's in charge. However, I have seen that symbol around the last town we were in. I think. Yeah.
He says,
Yep.
"Then finally, last question.
Oh god, this was a test? Jesus.
Test?
as the revolution.
Yes? Wait,
Which revolution are you talking about?
if it's the French one, no, not yet.
He looks around. He's like,
Events are in motion.
"Is
Events are in
this still a Parisian empire?"
For now.
Mm.
Has
But-
there been a war?
Oh wait, there was a war, right? Yeah, I think
There hasn't been a war that started yet, but there has been wars in the
Okay.
past. Yes, the Parisian Empire was. It became the Parisian Empire due to war. They overthrew the other government.
Okay. I will start talking riddles myself then. It's like, we await, brother.
He looks down and he smiles, and he's like, he sits there for a few seconds. He's like, "Glaz, the one.
We know.
Glaz,
You've mentioned.
who gave Estro. By many, he might be considered a god. By some, we know it's true. We know how to counter. He leans back. He's like, and he
Yeah,
points.
that class hole.
He points to his eye that's on fire. He's like, "I'm not allowed to sleep.
Oh,
Not until this man still draws breath. So here I stay, building
So
my
this man
own
draws
army.
breath?
While Klaz still draws
alive.
breath.
Like he's alive.
While Klaz is alive.
It was just really, it was worded really awkwardly.
Draws breath? Have you never heard of people drawing breath?
Usually, you're
That's the
supposed to say
thing.
that-
Yeah.
That's the thing.
He looks down at you.
He doesn't draw a puff of cloud coming out of his mouth. Woo!
Well, I know that. But
He looks down at you. He's like, "I am a spirit, one of great vengeance, and I have been cursed to take him down, or at least be in the form of Dixon."
Patience, brother. We'll be-
He leans back and he's like, "Now, there's one thing that we have to make sure of." And he like taps the spear twice on the bottom of the, like, on the ground, not the bottom of the chair, but on the ground, and you see a little stairwell appear in front of him, in front of the little chair that was there, and he's like, "Underneath, you will have everything told."
Great stuff. Wonderful.
He's like, "Be careful, though. If you don't answer correctly to the god's will, then there'll be some consequences to pay."
Is it multiple choice?
He looks at you and you see a very toothy grin appear, and his flame changes colors to a green, and he just goes, "Your own."
Well done.
And
Okay, who wants to be the smart one that goes down there?
I'm gonna look at him and go, well, I just tried to cut his arm off, so what's the down these stairs?
Also, is your arm okay?
He looks at you, he's like, "This armor is bound to me. It may decay, wither, crack, or shatter, but it is still usable in a fight."
What's your name, spirit?
You can call me Kian.
Okay.
Keanu Reeves.
Wow.
I am Keanu. Keanu Reeves.
How do you spell Kian? Is it Kian or?
Kyan, yeah.
The vengeful spirit.
I've just put big godly spirit. I'm pretty sure I just cut an arm off as a god, so you know that's that.
Needs a vacation.
Needs a
And-
vacation.
Probably melatonin. He hasn't slept in a while.
He can't sleep, he's not allowed to. He's not allowed to rest.
Yeah. Has he tried melatonin?
All right, I'm going down said stairs.
All right.
Mr. DM.
Is anybody else going
Let's
with
do it.
him?
Yes,
I'll
I
go with
will.
him.
All right. As you guys go down, you see a dimly.
Alright. Does Exton and Mackay follow us or no?
Yeah, Exton's going to follow. Mackay's gonna sit back and watch him a little bit though. Mackay's gonna stay upstairs essentially.
Okay.
Sus. As you guys go
I'm trusting
down,
everyone.
you see a very dimly lit room, just lit by 2 or 3 torches, and you see the stonework in this specific area doesn't seem to be touched. It's immaculate as opposed to the rest of the keep before it, and it's on a small alcove, a small ledge, connected to the wall. You see what appears to be a darkened glass pyramid, a black stained glass pyramid, and then there's a mirror on the wall as well.
Is there anything different in the mirror?
The mirror
Like-
seems
like-
to
like
be
is the reflection just the exact same? Or
the
is it,
mirror
like-
seems to be reflecting the room, and it doesn't seem to be changing as you guys are going down the steps at least.
I'm gonna touch it.
You're gonna touch the mirror?
Yeah.
As you touch the
Better
mirror,
that than the weird pyramid thing.
as
But,
you
like with a stick.
Sure, I'll touch it
Jesus
with a torch.
Christ. No,
I'll touch it with a
it's
torch.
too late.
Oh, yeah, I've already-
You
I'm
touched
touching
it.
then. I'm fine,
Yeah,
fuck
you
it, I'm
touched
touching
it.
it.
as you
Go
as you
ahead,
touch
go
it,
ahead.
you
Oh.
notice your finger a little bit just start to morph and take the shape, and it see on the other side that the person on the other side, the reflection of you, starts to dissipate a little bit.
Do you feel good, Mr.
What sort of feeling do I have when I do it? Is it like a support or like a
Nothing.
pathway,
It's just a solid mirror, but on the other side, when you touch it, your character just kind of dissipates.
someone else touch it.
No.
No, seriously, someone else touch
So
it.
there was
'cause
a
I
there was a
need to
pyramid, a mirror, and what else? That's it.
Pyramid and a mirror. That's it.
Exton, what do you make of this?
He looks over and he just goes, "Your guess is as good as mine. I thought the Mackay up there was a demon, so you know how far I am into this situation."
Oh,
He's
so Exton's
basically
dumb.
no help whatsoever.
Arcana check on both of these.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll me Arcana.
Regular or you want me disadvantage?
Either or. Doesn't matter. Whichever
No,
you're happy
yeah,
with.
It doesn't matter.
15.
15. As you start, are you like touching it, trying to get the Arcana like feel, or are you just like inspecting
I'm just
it? What are you doing?
I'm observing and inspecting it more than anything. I want to do it cautiously.
As you're looking at the mirror, nothing seems to change at all. As you look into the pyramid, you start to see like a shimmer of fog, and then it dissipates, and then you see words appear in the
I read
shimmer
these
of the
words?
fog. The words are in a very weird language, and it appears to be jumbled up in an anagram type format. But as you stare at it for longer and longer, you start to be able to piece it together, and all it says is, "Who are you?" And the other people in the room are not able to read this. It just appears to you three to be a mess of jumbled words.
Who are you? What was his name again? I kind of just relay this back to them. This information. But it's jumbled up and whatnot, so.
I'm not gonna do anything. I don't want to touch it. I don't trust any of this.
You see as you relay it back, and it says, "Speak thine truths."
Alright. Well,
Well,
I am Gabriella Blackwood. Nice to meet you, Mr. Pyramid.
As you say Gabriella Blackwood, it pops up with the Blackwood family crest on there. And then it just sits there for a little while longer, and it just suddenly you see like a little green flow over it, and it disappears.
What are you?
And
I'm talking into it.
Which
Yeah.
one are you?
As you say this, you see the face of a very masculine figure appear with a very strong jaw and like swept back hair, but the hair slowly turns into braids and dreads, and it looks back at you, and as it does, you see that he slowly comes over his eyes, and as he comes over his eyes, you see his form change, and slowly it changes into the visage of a girl much akin to your mother, and it shows underneath it says many faces, but one true ruler.
I'll go up to it next.
All right.
Yeah, sure, take a crack at
Anna.
it.
As you say Hana, you see a visage of a pirate that you've seen before, and all you see is a pirate holding a gun out to the front of the pyramid, the glass, and it shoots. And then
I
it
pull my
green,
gun out and I point it at the mirror.
and then it turns green and it fades out. And then it goes back to black.
Reholster it.
And it just, after that, you see it pop up, and you see a very wide smile. Once again, it fades to green and goes out.
I sort of catch on with what's going on, and I sort of look around and go, well, this is going to go terribly. Galax Iconoclast. Of the Iconoclasts. Sorry.
As you say this, once again, you see a very familiar item to you. You see the giant sickle that you've been looking for all your life.
Yes.
And then it
Sorry,
fades to green and fades out.
I'm going to turn and go, did you guys get green as well? Or...
Did you guys see
Yes.
my ass or just me?
Okay, I guess
Do you
it's
want to,
my turn.
Rosalind? Yes, do you want to give it a try? Perhaps even maybe Demeter could help us.
Maybe.
The
My name
meter,
is
the foot, the
Rosalind
yard.
Lapis, and as I'm doing that, I'm like, I guess, kind of holding the necklace.
You see the necklace pop up, and then it slowly starts zooming in towards the gem on the necklace, and in the necklace you see the symbol of Demeter, the grain, and the scythe, and then it fades to green once more, and it slowly dissipates over time. And it just, after that, it says one more thing. Hold on. Sorry. It says one more thing that all of you could read this time, and it just goes, what are your goals?
My
Kill
family.
the pirate.
Oh, okay. Yes, kill the pirate. My goal is to find my family. And my brother specifically, and save him. I
Alright.
start to lie down like it's a therapy session. So, what happened was, my
And
father...
you just see a hand come up like this.
Okay, well then, whatever. This is one rude-ass
That were the
pyramid.
face.
Rosalind Galax, are you gonna answer?
I was going to let Rosalind go first. I was going to be nice.
Oh.
I was gonna tell him my life story, but it just won't be.
Oh.
Apparently. No one wants to hear about Gabriella.
I wonder why.
I might lost family and prevent further disaster.
I want to find a very important item of lost it at a very young
Yes,
age.
because
and
you miss your ass.
I was gonna be nice and actually call it what it's properly called, but no. Yes, I'm looking for my art.
Sorry, your assicle.
As you guys all answer, you see the mirror now start to wave and shine and like shimmer and move back and forth, and as it moves back and forth, it fades back out, and then you see this man slowly start walking in through this like darkness that's in the mirror, and you see him as he slowly walks up, and he just goes, "So I finally get to meet the new initiates, huh? How's it going?"
Oh god.
Just a man.
The fuck is this? Hey, the telling you, get a load of this.
get along with this guy. Dang man in the mirror.
Is he a pawn or is he?
As he's walking up, you can't quite tell yet what he is. He's definitely sizably bigger than a pawn, though.
Try an ace.
I still have my
or
flame sword,
jack or
right?
something.
Just for now, there, I still have my.
You can still have your flaming weapon, yes.
All right, nice. Yay.
He's
Sorry,
just
I
like,
get-
so, how are you guys liking the new keep? The amenity is very comforting.
It's very deadly.
He looks at you, he's like, you guys are probably wondering who I am, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably wondering who's pulling the strings, probably
You're
wondering
probably
why.
wondering how he got here.
See, that's my dad. he looks up at you guys, he's like, you guys can call me King.
No.
Yes, king.
He's like, if you don't like that, Galax, you can call me K for short.
All right.
Okay,
Deal.
king.
He's
Oh, I
like,
just processed it. I'm an idiot.
what?
I'm an idiot.
Did you just
No,
realize that the
yeah.
aces and the king and the pawns?
Yep, yep.
Oh my
yep.
god, Angie!
No,
Ace
no,
of
I
spades!
realized it before, but I thought it was out of context for
Uh-huh,
king, and then I
uh-huh.
realized we've had
In-
chess
The
and
deck!
cards.
The
Yes,
aces!
yes.
Just a man.
He's just a man. And
I know
you
I'm
You
just on about because I didn't
s-
process king at first. Fucking
He-
hell.
he looks at you and he takes a very deep bow, and then you see him spin around, and you see the new visage of a person, and it's now the girl that you had saw earlier as well, and he's just like, and you can call me also Queen, I guess. But
Yes.
it is
Right.
what it is.
Q.
You know what? We like that for you.
And as he turns back around, he's like, but I much prefer this form. And you see a very beautiful man just sitting there clean shaven, and he has his dreads pulled back into a very tight ponytail, and he just goes, so, just so you guys know, this here is now becoming your base of operations. I'm sure that you guys can understand that the man upstairs, not, you know, the gods, but Kian, he's not the most welcoming of fellows, but he is very strong, and he has a lot to offer you guys. If you guys wish, we have already seen to it that Kian stays to this keep for now. He cannot leave. But on the bright side, he is hunting someone, and he will not be able to fully rest until that is completed. And you see him smile really wide. He's like, now, yes, you have a question?
Yes. Are all your initiations this creepy?
He looks up, he's like, yeah, probably about this creepy, yes. Why?
Okay. Well, just
to be like, yeah,
trying
yeah,
to. We'll have expectations laid out.
Have you ever heard of a normal welcoming party?
Normal welcoming party? He's like, we're a secret organization, ma'am. If we're welcoming partying everybody in, I'm sure that it would cause a little bit of eyes that we don't want. Just saying.
I'm sure you could just like use some food. No, here's a giant creepy guard that we.
Who is now under your command? I don't understand what's so upsetting about this. But if you guys
Trying to cut his arm off.
that would cause some issues, yes. If you guys would kindly, there is a few things about this keep that you must know. First off, the undead outside, they only follow those who are viewed as the lord of this keep. Upon you coming here, I'm sure they haven't attacked you yet due to the deed, but they'll find out soon enough that this is obviously not truly of the king's will. So, in order to claim this keep as your own, you do have to go through the back way and take the little amulet that they have stored in the back part. But it's luckily easy enough. All they did was to protect it, was put a magical barrier that they saved some inscriptions for it, and you just have to speak what the inscriptions are trying to tell you about. You could view it as a little game if you want.
And if we fail,
Well, we failed many times. We sent other people here, and if they failed, then they never came back.
Sounds like my type of game. I'm on my way.
Promising, yeah.
He looks at you. He's like, as far as we know, the riddle is not too hard. It's not too bad. We've had many in past lives come and answer it and then put the necklace back, but we asked them not to speak of it beyond that. So, if you guys want true control over this keep and the ability to force the undead outside to leave, stay, become friends with you, you can just chat, drink with them, or whatever you wish. That is what you need to do.
Well, I've always enjoyed having servants.
Where's the alcohol?
What was that?
There's alcohol? There's alcohol?
Yes,
Where?
it's a keep. They had to feed their soldiers. It's probably in the storehouse out back.
Yeah, Lex
We
really.
really need to pass this test.
Guys, it's very
This is
important
the
to
most
me.
important test of my life.
I care immensely now. All of a sudden.
Alright. And
I'm
he...
the only one that literally tried to. Okay, whatever.
Shall we crack on with it?
He looks at you and he goes, before you go, just know as soon as we have gotten confirmation of you inheriting the true nature of this keep, messengers will be sent of your next instructions and complete them at your behest. You are free to roam the world as much as possible. But just know that we will be watching, monitoring your progress, and simply put, when the time comes, we ask for your participation in killing the king.
Wait. What?
What?
Excuse you?
Wait, hold on. Which king, first off?
Yeah, I was gonna say which king.
The Emperor of Prisio.
Is he a prick?
Okay, I thought you meant like king.
I mean, I've been in jail in there many times. I'm in. You didn't even got to ask me twice.
No. You see King take a deep bow again. He's like, now, if you wouldn't bother us any further, or not bother, but if you would be so kind as to
Vacate my sight, you heathens.
if you'd be so
know
kind
what's
as to
better.
go in and complete the riddle, we will send your own personal swath of pawns out, and they will be there to collect information for you.
We get our own set of who do I get if I succeed? Do I get to
Pawn
pick?
D.
He looks at you. He's like, the ones in training, of course.
Damn it.
Wow.
I get the intern? Alright. Fine.
He takes a deep bow and he's like, I expect great things from you all. And I hope to
I
see
would
you on the
curb your
battlefield soon.
expectations of most of us.
we
But we will do our best.
have a can-do attitude. And as he bows again, he comes back up and you see the woman's face again, and it starts to fade out and it goes to a blank mirror again.
Also, before you go, are we getting paid for this? Important.
As it's fading out, you notice that some of the coins kind of like some coins form in the mirror and kind of drop onto the table.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Yoink.
Same.
All right. All right.
We're not doing this for free, that's for sure.
I will grab as many as my hands can grab.
There's probably about 12 coins that fell out of the mirror.
Oh, okay.
We are splitting this among ourselves.
Yes, that's why I'm only taking 3.
Mhm.
There's 4 of us.
5.
So you can fuck off. No.
Oh my gosh.
I'll
You
give
have still
Exton
on for
a
the
coin. A token of friendship, if you will.
Make me just look like a dick. Cheers. Appreciate it. Fuck,
That's
hell.
that's Gabriella.
Alright, I'm gonna add 3 gold to take them.
All right. Sounds good.
I'm just
I was
adding
skinned.
two.
I need money, man.
All right. Where are you guys going now?
To do the riddle.
Do
riddle.
the
I'm gonna
riddle.
look
Off to
at
see the
Galax
riddle.
and I go, Galax,
Yeah?
been too long.
You wanna... Yeah, do it!
I'm gonna start running at him. I jump.
Oh my gosh.
I just realized, you know, we haven't done all episodes.
Oh my
I'm just
gosh.
tired. Hannah's
I
on my
mean, he
shoulder now.
kind of did because he threw you.
But that was funny.
So as you guys are coming up, you notice that Nobody is there other than Makai. You see Kion once again on the, like, Kion's armor once again on the chair with the spear ran through his shoulder. And, you then notice a little voice that's just like, so, oh god, so how'd it go? As it is, like, going through the echoes.
Wait, that's the pawn we've
I'm
had
guessing
before,
this
right?
is
That pawn
Keon's
H?
little-
Is that H?
You guys don't know. They haven't shown
Pawn,
themselves
is
yet.
that you?
You hear another voice that goes, Pawn, I'm way stronger than those guys. Thank you very much.
Are you a rook?
You
Okay,
see the fire just peek out from behind one of the walls, and you see this animated flame now, like just hovering there, and it has two eyes and like little wings off of the back. And he's just like, nah, still Kion, just different form.
Oh,
Oh.
I feel like there's a better way to store the spear than through the armor.
You need to be in a jar or something
you're
with like
the ones
holes
you
in
keep-
it.
bro, You got that slow start, like.
You see him look at you guys, and then he just goes, it's a lot less effort to go into this form. I'll just be honest with you.
You
Are you gonna
do-
be like Navi? Because if you're gonna be like Navi, I'm gonna fucking.
Oh my god. No,
No.
if you're Navi, then you go with the actual fairy. Or the elf, just not me.
You see him look around, and he's like, so, was King in a good mood?
Yes. Well, as good as a mood as he can be in.
He's like, so, when are you guys gonna go and take over the capital? I would like to be there when that happens.
When you
Yes.
go,
Okay. Well,
no.
I'm going to put you in this little jar for now. Okay.
My
This will be your new
God.
home.
I love it.
As you go to put it in the jar, you close the jar and you see him just move out, phase between the walls of the jar.
God, get hecked. I'm gonna go wherever. Where do we need to go for this then? I'm gonna start heading in.
Because I'd rather accept my death puzzle.
Let's go for the back.
I wanna try.
You
I
see
wanna-
him look
can
over to
death
Makai and he's like, I kind of filled him in on this situation, so just follow him and he'll lead you there.
Sure. Yep.
Alright, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You see
Lead
Makai.
the way.
You see Makai look
Yeah.
at you guys and he just goes, all right, let's get going. And you see him slowly walk down the steps of the keep, and he like motions apart the undead horde that is at those footsteps here. And as he goes, he walks around the back of the keep towards the freaking
That British Bible is different.
This is weird. He walks towards the back of the keep and around the wall that is keeping the keep on a platform elevated stance, and you guys see just a ruined courtyard out ahead of you. You see towers that have been toppled. You see statues that have their heads taken off. You see different hedges that have died and wilted and been left in this detriment for ages, you could only assume. And as he keeps walking, you guys approach this small little shack that has a weird shimmer to it, and he's just like, he said it was in here.
Whenever I touch anything, it's point, and you guys get annoyed. Someone else.
You
Touch
see,
it, just don't be like, oh, I'm willing to lose my arm if this goes bad.
you see
No one else
Makai.
wanted to.
You see Makai walk in slowly. He's like, it's not gonna hurt. I promise. Come on.
I push everyone out of the way and go first.
Alright.
I'm
You
holding on to
see
him.
you
I'm
see
holding on to you so
a
badly.
small glass with gold trim case in there with a neck, like a bust up to the neck. And you see this amulet. You see this amulet holding on with a crystal looking skull at the center of it, with 3 different gems, one in each eye and one in the nose socket. And you see him try to touch it, and as he touches it, you see like him pushing, and he can't get through this little invisible force that's there. He's like, now Kion said that there's something in this room to give us a hint towards this riddle of theirs. But
Investigation time.
He's like, sorry, Makai is like, if you guys wish, he told me the riddle that he knows has been used the past few times, but he doesn't know the answer nor if they've changed it since then.
Go for it.
All right.
22.
22.
24.
He said, back when Kion was the rightful ruler of this place, back before Klaz shoved that spear through him and kept him here, he said that the riddle that he had to solve went as follows.
Ooh, sorry.
That's it. Oh my. Oh my god.
Investigation, and I got 19. Like total. So I got excited.
He said he recites the riddle as this. He says, "Keep things shrouded, keeps things away from light, keeps its own judgment, keeps some out of sight, keeps us strong, keeps us safe every day, keeps many scared, keeps stuff hidden away, keeps some strong, keeps some weak, keeps eyesight short. Don't you dare take a peek."
Got fucking Rumpelstiltskin guarding this fucking
Darkness.
thing. All right.
Could you repeat lines 2, 3, and 7?
In that order, please. I think I'm onto something here.
Is it posted anywhere? Do you have it posted?
Yeah, could
No.
I like read it separately? Damn it.
I don't have it posted anywhere.
Okay. You have it
Yeah,
written
let's
down, don't
just
you?
start
Yes.
talking.
I got a 19 for investigation around the room.
As you start investigating around the room, you see a little shattered bookshelf with a couple different books on there, and you can see the different titles of the books. One of the titles very promptly is the medieval, like the medieval experience and stuff like that. And the other one that is legible at this point is on the Accord of Classes.
I'm not gonna open the book, but I'm gonna take the book off the shelf that had classes on it,
Classes, okay.
and I'm gonna sort of
Just
like
watch
brush
them.
off and go. And
Just
go,
watching?
Well, I don't want to.
Just observe.
don't wanna-
from here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Well, I don't want to open it, but if class was the issue, here's a book on it, and I'm gonna like gesture it towards
Oh, I'm not touching it.
Makai.
Makai takes it and he looks at it and he's just like, well, what do you expect me to say about it? I'm not the one that's...
Could you repeat it one more time? Sorry.
Yeah, repeat.
The
Yeah,
riddle.
repeat. Now repeat the riddle again. Now.
He says, keeps things shrouded, keeps away from light, keeps its own judgment, keeps some out of sight, keeps us strong, keeps us safe every day, keeps many scared, keeps stuff hidden away, keeps them strong and keeps them weak, keeps eyesight short, don't you dare take a peek.
Is it night?
It wouldn't be, because it's something. It's got to be something you can still like. You can still see night, but like, it's
No, but
it's something. Like it's actually something. I feel like night is.
Oh,
it is.
it's a thing.
Yeah, I feel like it's
Yeah.
a thing. Because
Never said-
if you notice,
Never said anything about
Is
it.
there,
one of
is
the
there
lines.
anything else in the room other than just the statue with the gems in it?
The statue, the little container with the necklace, and then there's obviously U6, and then there's the bookshelf that's been shattered, and then there's a small window to the shack, and you can see like a weird little trap door, sort of, but as you go and try to pull on it, it's locked.
Could I pick it? Could I lockpick it?
You don't see a keyhole.
Interesting. No keyhole.
What's the the container on? Is it on like a table?
It's on a table, yes.
Okay, if worst comes to worst, I'll just remove table and smash glass. All right, that's
'Cause that's
like
gonna
plan
work.
Z. That's plan Z. All right.
It's a barrier, though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm curious, well, because is the barrier? Wait, okay. I'm gonna go to try and touch the table. I'm not gonna move it. I'm just gonna go and try and touch the table. Is there a barrier around the table as well?
The table, as you go and touch it, it doesn't repel your hand, and it doesn't cause any issues, but you're able to touch the table and feel the wood grain and all that on it.
Oh, man. This is
You
weird.
want to ask a Demeter?
Divine intervention for a riddle. Help!
What's the answer? Well, okay, like the thing is, I feel like darkness or like shadows or something like that is way too obvious. Especially with keeping its own judgment is the one that throws me off. It keeps its own judgment.
What's this keep called again? Nightshade.
Nightshade.
Nightshade is a type of flower.
Yeah.
But it's also
But
like a
night and
fading
shade are two
though.
things. Darkness and night.
Something happens when we say it, right? I don't know.
Well, you guys have been. I don't know if you guys are talking in character or out of character.
Oh,
I'm out of
I
character.
said
I'm
in
darkness
character.
and night in character.
Okay.
I'm in character as well. I've been in
Right.
character the entire time because I actually have really high wisdom. So technically, I'm allowed to big brain this. Technically.
Oh
I
my
have
god.
high wisdom too, but my brain is also like
What's
my
wisdom?
actual brain is just like
What is wisdom?
Hey, don't you have minus in your perception and stuff?
Dude, I really want to just like. Can I? Okay, I'm not gonna like knock the table over, but can I move said table like a little bit and see if the container moves as well?
Yeah, sure.
I do that.
As you try to move the table, you push with all of your might, and the table doesn't seem to want to budge.
Okay. That's actually kind of okay. Hold on. All right. I'm gonna be zoned out for a minute or so. I'm just looking at.
Keeps his own judgment.
Is there any lights on in this room?
No, it's just the natural lighting of the place.
I'm
I'm gonna
lagging out, by the
cover-
way.
You're
I'm
lagging
gonna-
out. We can hear you. Is there?
Yeah, I know you guys can probably hear me. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, he can't hear us. He can't hear us.
Ah, okay, probably yeah.
I'm going to cover the window with bedroll. So like the blanket bit is covering window, so you seen it.
All right. As you cover the window with the bedroll, you have the room dim, but you still have the doors open and all this other stuff in there. You have a few different cracks in the walls and stuff, but the room does dim quite a bit once you cover it with your bedroll.
I think I'm back now.
All right,
Hello.
cool.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
Okay, all you missed flip was I covered the window with a bit. That's essentially
covered
what
it
you
with
missed.
his bedroll
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
to dim the room.
Did I cut out? Oh, sorry.
You did.
I'm literally this close to my mic as well.
You see Makai look at you when you do that, and he just kind of squints, and it looks like he's reciting the riddle back in his head, and he just goes, hold on 1 second, and he takes his cloak off, revealing for the first time like his full metal body, and you see him kind of like position it over the top roof of the shack a little bit, and he's like, maybe? I don't know.
Is there any light in the room now or not?
As he pushes it over the top and he closes the door, it's completely dark in here, and you guys see the shimmering of the eyes and the nostril on the necklace. Sorry, dude, my brain farted so hard there. You see the shimmering of the necklace, and you also start to see like it shine brighter and stuff, but it seems like there's something else to this puzzle that just hasn't been solved yet, and it starts twinkling a little bit, and then it slowly starts shifting, and you see the colors of the necklace shift from red, green, and blue, and it shifts one to the counterclockwise direction to where it's hold up, red, green, blue. So blue, red, green. I have to do this in my mind. Blue, red, green, and it's after a few minutes it shifts again, and then it shifts again, like it's like just on intervals constantly.
I'm gonna look at everyone and go, I think we might have just started a timer. I don't know if this is a good thing or not.
When you say timer, it stops for a little bit, and then it goes on again.
Okay, I'm gonna, nighttime.
Nothing
That's
happens.
what I'm gonna say. Fuck.
Any
This is the
ideas, anyone?
quietest we've ever been, man.
I feel like nobody's even
Okay, say
awake
the
or
say
here
the
right
riddle
now.
again. Say the riddle again.
Makai looks at you and he's like, I'll say it again, but I feel like this might be a two-parter, so. Keeps things shrouded, keeps away from light, keeps its own judgment, keeps many out of sight. Keeps us strong, keeps us safe every day. Keeps many scared, keeps stuff hidden away. Keeps them strong, keeps them weak. Keeps eyesight short, don't you dare take a peek.
Dark vision. I'm
wish
just saying random
could write
words.
this
I don't know.
down faster. Keeps things shrouded.
Keeps things away from light, keeps its own judgment, keeps things out of sight, and then keeps its own strength.
Keeps us
Oh, that's
safe
not-
every day.
Keeps us safe every day.
Keeps many scared, keeps stuff hidden away. Keeps some strong, keeps some weak. Keeps eyesight short, don't you dare take a peek.
Carrot.
Lies?
Did you say lies?
Yeah. Hmm.
After a few seconds of sitting there. Sorry, my bad.
I was gonna say the thing's still ticking. We need to figure out how to stop.
After a few seconds of ticking, you see Exton sitting there like nodding his head a little bit. Like to like as it's rotating. And he's just sitting there nodding. And he's like, it's something with the necklace now. We've solved the first part.
Okay, so what was it? Shrouded, and then keep
Got it
what
away
was
from
it?
light, keeps his own judgment out of sight.
Guide it away from light. That's so. This is three parts. This is three parts then,
No, there's two.
because
There's two that
but
you
there's-
guys know of so far.
yeah. I was gonna say we've technically done one because we've got the darkness, right?
You've done
the
one because you
light.
you cut out all the lights in the area.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's when
two
these
was
lights
the-
shined.
Yeah, and then so the light part is what we're technically like half on, half not now, and we've got the
You
secret
you haven't figured out this second part yet. There's not a third part that you know of yet. It's still
we're
just
on to-
rotating. It's still just rotating.
And when I said timer, it slowed down.
It stopped for a second and then started rotating again. It paused, I should say.
So it's to do with time.
Is your character saying this out loud?
Yeah.
As soon as you say time, you see the time, like the necklace turn, and then it clicks, and you just see the lights all kind of start to merge into one and transform into this bright white sphere that's going around the like this what you can assume to be a planet of some sort. And then as it does that, you start seeing the planet turn and spin, and as it spins faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, you start seeing it pan over, and it goes up into the ceiling, and then slowly the lights recede back down into the necklace. Dude, I don't know why necklace is so hard for me to remember right now.
Lace for your neck.
and it goes back into the necklace, and Makai and Exton both are looking around like, well, whatever you just said did something.
He said
I
nighttime
said it's-
already.
You said
I don't want to say
time.
it. I don't want to say it again though, because it's gonna happen.
I feel like
Time?
it's not gonna happen again. We already said time.
I mean, I literally all I said was, and obviously I'm relaying this to everyone. I literally just went, so it's to do time.
They
Is it lack of time? Like,
you see Exton and Makai kind of look at each other, and Exton motions Makai to go towards the thing. And as he goes to grab, you see him pull, but it doesn't quite come out. And you see him like feeling along the glass, and he's kind of feeling a weird etching in the glass now. And he like quickly runs over and takes down all of the freaking the clothes and the bedroll, and he looks open, and now you guys see these etchings, one on each side of the glass and then one on the top. You see an etching of a wolf howling on the glass. You see a etching of a tornado on one side, like a giant tornado. You see an etching of a sailboat, an etching of a leaves falling off of a tree, and then on the very top you just see an etching of like, I'm trying to think of the words for it. Like you guys know, like the typhoon drawings, sort of. The typhoon drawings from like ancient, like watercolor typhoon drawings, essentially. That's what it is. Yeah, the big wave and all that stuff.
Okay.
You see all these different etchings on the glass now.
Boat, wolf, wave. What were the other ones?
There is a wolf howling,
Leaves falling.
Tornado,
a sailboat,
leaves off a tree, and a
tornado,
typhoon.
leaves off a tree and a typhoon.
Okay. But there's no words. It's just pictures.
Just pictures. What is the one thing that can? What is the?
Wind is a lot of things.
So all of these things are related.
Oh well, yeah. What is the one thing that relates all these? And as soon as Gabriella just sits there and looks at it and goes, "Wind." You see the etching slowly recede back and kind of fade out, and finally, as it fades out and slowly, you see the glass start to crack and spider web out from the main source on top. And as it starts spider webbing out and down the sides, you see it finally just kind of like crumple very softly down to the table, and there's nothing now impeding you guys getting to the necklace.
Well, I broke it.
I broke everything. Let's go.
And you guys
I'm-
thought Smashy Smashy was a bad idea.
I'm going to grab the necklace.
As you reach in and you grab the necklace, you see the neck part where it's like, you know how busts like kind of have that weird neck circle. You see that neck part kind of open up a little bit, and a beam of light just shoots out for about 10 minutes as you're sitting there holding the necklace. And then after the 10 minutes is up, the beam cuts off and it slowly forms back.
Did we just activate a lighthouse? Huh. Any case. It's not really my style, but it'll do.
Are you putting it on, I'm guessing?
Why the hell not?
As you
I
put
can't
it...
touch things, but you guys can just put things on. Okay. Okay.
As you put it on, you notice this light kind of spread across your body a little bit, and it goes down to your fingertips and goes down your legs and stuff, and then the lights cut out, but you notice a knock, a very shrill just at the door as soon as you put this on, and you see Makai and Exton both kind of like looking at each other, just like wondering what the hell is even going on.
I'm a glow stick.
Break my back. Shake me. Shake me.
Well, Gabriella, you should probably be the one that answers this, considering that.
Okay, I got this. Who goes there?
No.
just
No,
open
no,
the door.
okay. Yes, come in.
You open the door and all you see is the armor that you guys were seeing in the keep originally, and you see the spear at his side, and he just goes, "So you guys have done it?"
Glowing as always.
He looks down at the necklace and he just goes, "It's just as I remembered." And he looks up, he's like,
We need to work on your social skills first. You're just a touch.
My precious. He looks over and he's just like, I guess we should go and address your loyal subjects now, yes?
Oh my god, why did we let Gabriella wear it?
Finally. The
Why
day
did we
has come.
it?
That was a mistake.
Hana. Hana, that could have been you. That could have been you. Controlling an undead army. I am so upset.
He slowly motions you guys towards the front of the castle.
Oh, great.
Well,
So she was originally royalty and now she's royalty again. This could be fun. Fucking great.
I never stopped being
Her
royalty,
head
now I'm
was
just double
about
royalty.
This big before, now it's
You gotta
gonna
get that
be
royalty
about
check, you know what I'm
this.
saying? I am both royalty from the Azamar world and ruler of the undead. Nice to meet you.
Ruler of the underworld.
The undead queen, you can call me.
Ooh, I like
You
that.
get me the dead queen when I'm done with you. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Undead. You forgot that part.
Oh my gosh. Hold on one second. As you guys are like all led to the front of the castle or the keep, you see the zombies that have been around you are now currently like kneeling down and all got their heads to the ground as you're passing by, but they don't seem to be kneeling to Gabriella in specific. They seem to be kneeling to the group that has come in and rightfully taken up the mantle of the rulers of this keep. And as you guys pass by, you notice one in specific seems to look up, and instead of him just keeping the same zombie visage, you see his face kind of glow over to show the visage of a live man, and then it fades out, and then it fades back in as well, like in cycles and waves. And as you guys start passing by, you notice more of these people start to show this same visage change as they're fading in and out. As they're fading in and out, and you're going up to the keep. I can tell you stories and stuff. That's lore. But as you guys get up and Keon gets you to the top of the steps, he stands there and he looks down on the zombies that are currently kneeling to all of you, and he goes, "These four have officially taken over, and they are our new rulers." And he looks down at all the zombies and he just goes, "It is our duty to help them in any way possible. If you have any objections now, you may speak. If you don't, then keep your traps shut." And you see him bring his spear up and he slams the ground and he looks down at all four of you. He's like, "Now would be a good time to say any kind of words of encouragement to band them together, or else this could go poorly. They don't really like new rulers."
So,
I'm gonna get him in a huddle and go, right, as long as I get to end with the hoorah, then I'm happy.
I'm already out of the group huddle, and I'm just already addressing them.
Alright.
Loyal subjects,
Oh my god.
thank you for being here, first off. It's great, really.
I mean, they're bound to the place, Gabriella. They're
It's
bound to
fine.
here.
Fret not, for we will get you the revenge you so seek, and we will defeat Class. Or Claus. Claus. His first name. However
Santa
way.
Claus.
Oh my god, it's Santa!
Snatter! Is that all you're saying? Or are you
Come
continuing?
on.
We promise you. We promise you whatever you seek. We will try to make your wishes a reality as much as we can. And we thank you for your service. Also, I'm kind of hungry, but so.
I'm
good
gonna
speak
like
to somebody.
interrupt as the talk. For glory, for the blood of Klaus, and I'm gonna like gesture my fist up
Klaus,
and see if
Klaus.
they all do it as well.
Class,
however
dear,
you say
class,
his
dear,
name,
class,
and,
class.
like do that and see if they all like rally me for it or not.
Slowly they all like start to get up from their kneel, and you see them kind of step back a little bit, and you see one of the zombies start stepping forward, and you see him as he steps forward go from like completely zombified, and he changes his form into a completely healthy young man, and he grabs his sword from his back, and he just looks at you, and he looks back at the rest of the group, and he slowly just
Go on.
raises
This is
his
your moment. This is your moment. Go on.
yeah, he raises his sword up, and he looks over at the four of you, and all he does is he bellows out this guttural noise that doesn't make much sense. And he just goes, and
we need a lot of throat lozenges,
and
all of them.
as he does that, you see them all kind of step up and look at you, and they all raise their swords at the same time and look at you, and they make the same exact guttural noise that the first one had just made. And as they do this, you see for the first time Keon kind of showing a little bit of relief as he slowly looks down at you guys, and he walks to the front of the steps, and he slowly kneels down, and he just goes, "May you guys all lead us to the heads of the Empire." And he gets back up, and he just goes, "So, what is our first task, my new lords and ladies?"
Well, if we're going to overthrow an empire, first we need to have is more firepower.
So,
Hi.
we need fire in this form of muscles.
I need men, lots of men. Why? Don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions.
We are searching a specific person right now, or at least I, and so as well. Have you guys seen any dragon-esque people flying by, perhaps on the outside?
He looks at you, and he's like, "We don't get many dragons around these parts. But not but a week ago, we noticed a few circling over the waters. And eventually, they left the Black Beach and continued inland. Didn't see them since, but it could have been out of my gaze for a while."
Well, there's our answer, Rosalind. Looks like they're close.
Going on the beach.
They went to the beach.
I hate it.
Well, that's where they started, so there might be a clue left there.
Do you think they're just on holiday?
No.
Okay.
Dan,
I want to make sure.
Oh my gosh.
Just checking all our bases because
I
we
don't
don't.
think a holiday would involve burning down a village.
I don't know. That's. Wow.
Seems fun.
Not a normal holiday.
I mean, I'm just saying, I think Hana would enjoy it, and if they were here, they would agree with me.
That's fireball in hand.
Normal holiday.
Oh my gosh. So, you see,
The undead before,
Ki-
so I don't know what to really do with them.
Keon gets up and he's like, "You don't know what the undead can do."
Well, okay. Is there like an instruction manual on how to utilize them, or like does this necklace, have like limit or?
He looks down. He's like, "They are still their own men. They will fight and die of their own accord. But keep their thoughts and good spirits, and they will follow you anywhere. They are soldiers after all. They just wish for somebody to lead them."
Fair enough. Well, I know old soldiers like a good party. So, shall we at least welcome with a feast of sorts? It's for the morale.
You see him bring back his hands as wide as he can, and he claps 3 times. And as he claps these 3 times, you see the men slowly start shambling off, and they don't seem to come back. And he's just like, "If it is a party that you wish, then we will have a party, young liege."
I really want it for the soldiers more than anything. I feel like they would enjoy this.
He looks around and he's like, "Now, I think that I should show you guys A
living quarters?
little livelier entourage before the party begins.
Oh, okay.
He's like follow me, and he takes you guys back into the keep that he was in, and he starts to slowly sit down on the chair, and as he sits down he gives out this weird like static electricity along the back of the chair, and you see it just popping and crackling and all this other stuff, and as it does you notice a few different figures popping up and coming out of the walls a little bit from the statues that were lining the sides of the wall. You see ghosts kind of like slink down and fall out, and he he looks at you guys and he goes, "These young spirits are what we call whites here.
Ah, yes.
They will do your bidding as well, for you see, I have recruited them myself for my own crusade against Klaz, who I have failed to kill in my own life. But they are still loyal to me, and what you say goes for them as well." And he looks at you, and you see all these different whites just kind of like slowly fly over towards you and sit in front of you, and he just goes, "They're very capable at stealth, but
What do these whites look like exactly?
they look like very incorporeal beings. You can see through them, and you can see like they have the bluish whitish hue to them, but they still look like in the face that they have a rotted zombie-esque look to them, rather than being a physical zombie. They look more like a ghost mixed with a zombie.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right, and
And do we and the zombies are just like regular zombies from earlier, or what we saw below?
yeah,
kind
the
of.
zombies
Or
are just
the-
regular
yeah.
zombies from earlier. And all right. And as he looks at you, he's like, "One thing you must remember is that they cannot step foot out into the sun. If they do, they might perish."
Is everything bound? Are all these creatures bound here?
The zombies are bound to the keep. These whites are the only thing bound to me.
Interesting. Well, if they could gather some information for us, and then we can figure out a way to overthrow Klaus. Before sunrise, of course. That'd be much.
Before sunrise, we're easily just gonna take over the empire before sunrise. Don't mind us.
No. Just come back before sunrise.
Don't be out past sunrise. Yeah, he
curfew, boys.
you see him look at the whites, and he motions with his hands for them to send off. As he motions, you see them all smile, and as they go, they let out this group shriek as they fall back, as it sounds like there's a million different voices yelling out in pain as they run away.
You said they're stealthy, right?
He he looks at you, he's like, "When they must be, yes."
Okay, just making sure, because that wasn't. I appreciate the grandeur. I appreciate like the whole hoorah kind of thing, but
Oh my gosh. He looks around and he's like, "Now, if there is no more what is it? Niceties to continue on with, I would enjoy much being able to go to my normal form and rest."
by all means, I assume we just take our quarters somewhere here.
But you can't rest. Why are you saying you can rest? You can't.
No,
rest.
he uses less energy in the other form. So that's the best rest he can get.
Gotcha.
Because revenants like him have to have like usually
Revenant.
only have like a year to do their work, whereas he has to, he obviously has been around
Do
for
it until
longer
we-
than a year.
Fair enough.
But
Alright,
he looks yeah.
No, I was just gonna say it's just like.
He looks around and he just goes, "Thank you. And you see him go, and he brings his spear back up, and he slowly puts it back in where it was beforehand. And as he does so and he locks it into place, you see the fire recede from his eye and go back up into the rafters.
Fair enough.
And you guys are left in an empty room. Is there anything you wish to do?
I'm gonna find the nicest room.
The nicest room in this certain keep, or like are you going out into the courtyard?
Oh wait, hold on. There's a courtyard. So
Yeah, you guys cross the courtyard to get to the shack.
I forgot about that part.
I'm gonna
Well-
take Hana with me to explore because I remember the deed said there was items that it used, so I'm gonna explore with Hana and see if
Any
there's anything.
items in here fall under your possession? Yes.
Yeah, so I want to go and search for said items with Hana.
All right.
I think I'll
We'll
look
split off
for
from the group.
items as well, but in a different. I'm gonna go the other way then.
I guess I'll go with Gabriella.
As you guys are turning around, and all of you guys are about to leave the main cathedral-like building, and you guys turn around, you all pan over to the entrance of the room, and they're standing there. You can see the form of what you guys have seen before to be that elven mage from back when you were talking to your father, Gabriella, and he's just sitting there, and you see he's looking very skinny, very like beaten and bruised up, and he's looking over at Galax very like intently.
Galax, remember the mage that was here
I'm
in
gonna-
my family? Here he is. I
I'm
think he's
gonna
here
look
for
at
you.
my. I'm gonna look at my. Which arm was it? Look at my arm. Left. I'm gonna look at my arm and go. This is it, and I'm just gonna walk. I'm literally just tunnel vision straight to him and just make sure that everything.
As you're walking to him, you feel the shield start talking to you again, and he goes, "Wait."
4.
Look at him. Something's not right.
Well, Galax, you're just standing there.
I'm gonna go. Give me a second. I'm gonna turn away and I'm gonna go.
God,
You,
if you having
you said
another
that he
internal
could have been held
conversation.
captive. You said he could have been held captive.
He's like, "What are you talking about?
In the dream I had yesterday, you
What
said he was being. he could have been
Dream."
held- I had a dream yesterday.
I know you did. I know you
will
did.
recite everything that happened in my dream to the shield.
The shield pauses for a few seconds and goes, "I was not there. Someone must have relayed it to you."
So are you saying that this is a fake? Like this isn't him?
I don't know for sure, but just be careful when approaching him.
Alright, put it this way, there's 2 options. You're either gonna stay a shield forever, or I'm gonna kill this guy and you're gonna stay a shield forever. Take your pick.
He doesn't say anything.
Alright, cool. I'm just gonna go straight up to the elf and be like, "What's up,
There's
bitch?"
the same option either way.
What choice does he have?
You have 2 choices. 1, this first choice. 2, the same choice, just worded differently.
No, come on. Alright, I'll be like, so are you the one that wants
You cut out
Paladin-
Cut
bad.
out again.
I am the one that get the respect.
Are you the one that said you was gonna free this guy from the shield?
He looks up at you and he just puts his hand to his chest and he goes,
Wait, who are you?
Then who are you? And why are you not talking?
he opens his mouth as wide as he can, and as he opens his mouth, you notice that there's no tongue in there.
Oh, Jesus. Who did
I-
this to you? Can you write his name on the ground?
He taps his stick on a stick on the ground, making sure that you know full well that the ground is stone.
Okay, well, here's a piece of paper and pen. Could you write the name down?
He
Wait, hold on. were you being held captive here?
He looks at you, and he looks around, and he's like scratches his head in his cheek, and he just goes,
Great.
he's like very concerned and trying to motion that he doesn't seem to remember very much.
Do you know Annius Blackwood?
He looks at you, and he like rubs his chin, and he just goes,
Oh shit!
This is some random dude.
My dad's in trouble. Fuck him.
This is just some random dude here at this point.
It's okay. Here's what I'm thinking, right? It's either and I'm saying this to the elf. You're either a random dude or someone has cleared your.
Seriously?
No, I heard you.
Oh,
Memory
I heard
memory
random
banks are
dude
gone.
and then that was about it.
He looks around, and as you are offering him the pen and paper, he starts frantically writing into the paper, and as he pulls it up, you see a name attached to it, and it's just Elian.
Would I recognize that name?
Wait.
Because for some reason,
Wait.
no.
Wait.
I don't think I have any notes.
No, I
for
don't
that.
have it either.
No, it's
Okay.
it's just the name Elian.
Is that your name?
He puts the paper to himself. He puts the paper to himself, and he points to his face.
Okay, so he's called Elian. The elf is Elian. Gotcha.
Elian the elf.
Don't really know. What do you want to do with him?
He
I-
flips the paper over, and he starts drawing and drawing and drawing, and then all of as he's finished, he throws it back around, and he shows it to you, and you see a visage of a very stout looking person, and you could assume that it's either it's one of the shorter races of the world, whether it be a dwarf, halfling, a gnome. You can tell that it's one of the shorter races just based off of the facial features and where the shoulders and placements are of the character. And as he shows it to you, he looks down at the shield, and he like kind of shows it to the shield and like rubs it into the shield. And as he's rubbing it into the shield, you hear the shield entering your head once more, and it goes, I think that we should be more careful of this one.
Why does he know who you are?
He at least knows who my past self was.
Why is that a concern? Because you've never told me what your past self was, so we're not really on the same playing field.
Got it. And you're
So-
already roommates.
And they were shield mates.
With shield mates.
He goes, that is what my body looked like before I was cursed here. But I've never seen this self in my life.
Alright. I'm gonna say to the elf, give me one reason why I shouldn't leave you to die, or I'm gonna leave, because I don't feel too comfortable talking to you right now, considering you're in a place of purely undead people and we've just found you here.
No, he came here.
Oh, he came here, okay. Well,
He
you
came
turned
here.
up out of nowhere, so I'm kind of concerned. So,
He
Why did you come here?
yeah.
he-
that's what I'm asking.
It's also like the middle of the night too, isn't it?
It's
No.
getting to be it's getting to be nighttime right now. He looks around to all of the stuff, and you see him waving his hands, and as he waves his hands, you see him make the weird little cloud in front of him of different colored dusts and stuff, and as he's waving his hands and throwing dust around, you see him like kind of portraying a hunt of sorts. A hunt where a dog is like chasing a rabbit.
So you're being hunted.
He breaks through, and he goes, "Mm," And he
You
points
are-
to the shield that's on your hand.
You're
shield's
hunting the
being-
shield.
You're hunting the shield.
He goes, and he shakes his head and he goes, he points to the dog and he points to the shield. I mean,
Someone
sorry,
wants
he
the
points to
shield.
the dog and then he points to the rabbit, and then he points to the shield, and then he points back to the dog and he goes,
You're not the dog. Okay. Who's the dog?
he looks around and takes the piece of paper back, and you see him scribble out frantically in the face, and then he starts drawing again very fast, and as he holds it up, you see the figure of some weird devil looking man, and as he shows the devil looking man, you see Exton look over your shoulder and he just goes, oh, well, look at that. What does he have to do with anything?
I'm gonna turn around very, very, very slowly. Does this drawing look anything like Exton or?
The drawing, other than the fact that there are horns and, you know, obviously the red skin, the features you can tell are somewhat different, but the horn itself is in the same fashion, but the features on his face are definitely different.
I'm gonna look at my shield and then look at Exton and go, "You want this, you little shit?"
Trying to take my shield, you little shit?
Do you recognize the photo?
What?
Well, it's just a drawing of his race. It's just a drawing of his race. It isn't a photo.
It's not a specific person.
He looks at you, he's like,
Can tell.
why would I want that shield?
Are you playing dumb or?
I wanted the
You
shield.
generally
I've
don't
been
know what-
awake many times where you have been sound asleep. If I wanted anything to do with that shield, I would have taken it by now.
You obviously don't know them because the shield doesn't leave my arm. But okay.
But your
Anyways,
arm
turn
can
back
leave your
around.
body.
He
Touche.
says he wants to
Anyway,
cut it off.
I turn back around and I say, "So is?" And I'm gonna gesture to Exton. It's like, his race or him specifically? Like, to the elf.
As you say that, you see him draw a few letters, and as he turns it back around, you don't recognize the lettering at all. The lettering is in a very different language, and you see Exton kind of step forward and he goes, well, that's old Bell.
Who's old Bell?
go on.
Let's just say that he's one of the top dogs around my homeland.
And he wants the shield.
Don't know what for, but now that I look at it, it looks like something that he would definitely craft. He really likes to put unnecessary horns on stuff. I don't know if he wants the shield. I don't know what the shield has to relate to him. But
And how are you a part of this, Elian?
okay, so you're talking to the elf, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Names, man.
Shift to a new parent.
Names, man. As you ask that question, Elian just points to his head, and he like grabs and he like grabs air and he just kind of palms it onto his head, and he grabs air and palms it onto his head slowly,
Yeah,
one after the
gotcha.
other.
So,
Okay.
in
Maybe
other
just write
words,
that
I've
down.
got a really big, scary dude from hell.
He could
that
be tiny.
Really wants the shield from
He
me because there's a person in it that he's after.
he looks at you and he's like, Bell is a collector of sorts. He likes to collect souls in different ways, and if Bell is the one that put that soul there, I don't know if there's a reason that he necessarily needed it there, much more who decided to take it from him. But I don't think that this man here, Bell wouldn't have let him leave if he knew all this information. Somebody
he
else
leave?
is
He's a-
pulling
he's a-
strings.
But how can he leave if he's already in the shield?
No, I'm talking about
Stop
the
it, Alien.
elf.
Hmm.
He wouldn't.
Oh,
Bell wouldn't
right,
have let
so-
the elf leave if he knew this information.
So Bell's on his way here then.
I can't answer that.
Alien, is this demon on his way here? Do you know if he's...
He looks at you and he starts pointing to the moon, and as he points to the moon, you see him like kind of motion as the moon goes down and comes up, and then and he's like,
How many times?
no, he doesn't do it a certain amount of times. After he does that, you see him make like a weird crescent, and he just kind of shrugs after that.
So when the moon looks like that is when he's gonna show up. Okay. Exton, how would you like to kick some ass?
Exton looks over to you. He's like, I don't know why else I've joined this group here. I'll be honest.
I'm gonna start nodding like really slowly and go, well, at some point, I don't know when, and I'm gonna look to Hana and go, we might have to, you know, and I'm gonna snap as if like to recreate what Hana does for Fireball, and go, we might have to tear some shit up. You down?
I get my gun.
Exton looks at you and he looks back at Elian. He's like, and he goes and grabs Elian on the shoulder. He goes, can you tell us where you came from in the slightest? And as he says this, you see Elian contort his face. And as he contorts his face, he draws what you could assume to be a volcano on the paper. And you see the smoke coming out of it. And as he draws this, he draws like a little dot a few miles off to the left of it, and he's like motioning there.
Do I know this as Devil's Pie?
You guys would know this from the well, it's the only volcano on this continent, so yeah, you guys could assume that it's the Devil's Pipe.
That's Devil's Pipe.
Yo, that's the Devil's Pipe right there.
Devil's Pipe.
Oh, Gronky.
Alright, lads and lasses, I think we got a side quest at hand.
Yeah.
Anyone want to
Hold
be
on.
down
The
for a side
better
quest?
question is, Elian, who the hell is the elf with my father then? Because Elian looks like the same elf, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
He's getting instruction.
Thank you. Okay, cool. As you asked who the elf with your father was.
Like, well, I'm asking just in general. So they look exactly alike.
They look almost identical. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Elian, so there was someone with my father who looks exactly like you. Requesting the shield. Do you know anything about it?
He said that he could get the person out with the shield.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, he said he could get the person out of the shield. Well, anyway, he showed interest in the shield.
You see him grab necklace, and then he like kisses it, and then as he kisses it, you see him curl up and burst out, and he's just like,
it was trapped inside the necklace.
Oh, you was in the necklace.
I see.
Were you in a necklace and you broke out and now you're? Oh,
More or less.
more or less. Okay. So you was originally how this is. And I'm gonna point at the shield.
They're probably less demonic.
Not you. The elf that was with.
he takes the paper, flips it over one last time, and just writes a word, and it says "new" on it, and he points to me. Well, to himself. Sorry.
You're gonna be it. You're gonna be the necklace. You're gonna be in a necklace. What? I'm so.
No, he's different. He's someone else.
I'm the new model.
I'm 2.0. He was last season.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Can you get this person out of the shield? Okay, fine. You're no use to me. Bye-bye. But the other elf can, is what you're trying to say, right?
I think he's saying the demon.
The demon can.
Right?
Up goes the weasel. Yeah.
Someone can, but I can't. Okay. cool.
Someone got him
Um,
out, but he can't get others out.
Oh, okay.
Rosalind, should you tend to his wounds at the very least? Maybe you can fix him up a bit.
I'm gonna
Does he
I'm
have
gonna
any
just.
wounds other than just being?
He has very yeah, he has a lot of various different wounds on him, but they don't seem to be bothering him too much.
Well, we should at least get you cleaned up.
Start walking towards. Big guy with pole. What's his name?
Kian.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk.
There's a
I'm gonna
lot
find
of people
Kian.
introduced this episode.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and find Kian because I want to ask of him something.
As you
He's a
approach
little
the
spirit right now. 'cause
Yeah.
He already put the spear away.
Oh yeah.
you can
I
still
can
call
talk
for
to
him.
him, he's in
He
another form.
yeah,
He's
he's
another
just in another form.
He's
Yeah.
taking a nice nap. We should
I
let
go,
him be.
Kian, I need you, sir.
As you call for him, you see him kind of phase out of the ground, and he goes, "Yeah, what can I do for you?"
Oh god, I can never get over
Well,
this voice.
we have a bit of a situation on our hands. Do you
Mhm.
reckon you'd be up for a little? Or, do you reckon there's people that would be up for a little adventure?
You see him turn around, and you see the little flame sprite smile. He's like, "I could get a few people around, yeah."
I'm gonna look to him and go, well, me, little one, and devil boy. Do you two want to come as well?
I am the little one.
Do you two want to come as well, or do you want to stay?
An adventure? Might as well.
Ah.
The sooner we can figure this out, maybe it's connected to my father in
This
some
won't
capacity.
This won't take long. That's why I'm offering it. Like, that's why I'm saying you don't have to. Like, I'm saying this will be like a quick
Well,
thing.
I could use some target practice.
All right, Rosalind, you in?
I guess so. Let's go.
You
gonna
see
try and-
Makai, as you guys are all confirming that you're going, you see Makai grab Rosalind's shoulder, and he just goes, "I'll stay here, just to make sure that everything stays good." But
I'm gonna turn and go, Kian, 10 men for me, please. And I'm gonna like wrap my around.
he looks at you, and you see him speed off through the wall, and as he speeds off through the wall, you see the 10 people that you requested in LS form slowly start shambling over to where you, like, they're at the front of the steps, and as they're at the front of the steps, they kneel, and as they kneel, you see their flesh start to kind of mend and come back together, and as it comes back together, they speak in unison, just saying a couple different niceties, and at the end, they say, "What will you have us do, my lord?"
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna like take my sledgehammer and I'm gonna like catch it and go. We're going to, and I'm gonna say, what was it called again? Devil's.
Devil's
Pipe.
hole.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Pipe.
say.
Sorry, devil's something similar.
It's Devil's
Devil's
Pipe.
pipe.
Devil's pipe. Rosalind got it right. So I'm literally just gonna go. Well, we're going to Devil's Pipe, and I need some backup. Are you in the mood for a fight? And I'm gonna
It's,
like
not-
gesture
it's
my-
probably like
my
a 3-day
sledgehammer.
trip from Nightshade Keep.
No,
Based on the map.
it's like a
Wait,
1 day.
Because you said it was 3 days from 3 Point Market, right?
No, a day from 3 Point Market to Nightshade, probably. Day or a day and a half, too. You know, somewhere in there. And then from
Okay.
Groveland to 3 Point was 3 days,
Well, we
because you're
can
going
speed
through
travel,
different
it's
stuff.
fine.
But
Speed
the
travel.
problem is, remember these men can't be in daylight.
Is this the whites that? Or did we disperse all the whites? Or...
You dispersed a lot of the whites, but these are the zombies that showed up.
Okay, and the zombies can't leave the keep though, right?
The zombies can leave the keep. They follow where their leaders take them.
Oh, wonderful.
But they
Follow the
can't
necklace,
be
boys.
out in the day, right?
That's just the
Um,
white.
The whites can't be, but the zombies have, I think, sunlight sensitivity, but like they can still be around. Oh no, they're just good in the daytime. They're fine.
Yeah. I knew
They're
something
just
could be
vibing.
in the day, so that's why I was like,
They're just
oh.
fine.
That's the whites specifically. That's a
Yeah.
different thing.
Okay, I'm gonna say to Kian to guard the place while we're gone, obviously. To look after Elian as well, because obviously, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like it would make sense. And
I guess we're, you know, 4 hour
Going
sessions
to
right
the
up.
Devil's
We
Pipe.
can end it there.
Of course,
There you
dude.
go.
To the Devil's Hole we go.
The Devil's Hole. Oh my lord, dude.
I don't know why I thought it was called the Devil's Hole.
Oh
That's
my
fine.
I'm literally
gosh.
sitting here going, pipe.
Yeah,
Pipe.
I
Like,
was listening to it,
okay.
I was like, Rosalind's saying pipe, it's pipe, and then there's flipped.
It's the confidence level. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's hole. I'm gonna say
Oh
hole.
my god. Oh my lord. But if you guys want to end it there, I am more than welcome. I had a fun session. It was a weird one with riddles and different things, but I mean like
Odd thinking. Who does that in D&D?
Okay, my brain like shut down in that. I was like, oh god, I
You're
can't.
the riddle person, though.
I am the riddle person, but I was also like, why do I feel like I'm gonna pass out too? So
Oh, are you okay?
I'm okay, but I was like, I'm trying not to like accidentally fall asleep here because I don't know what's wrong.
Okay. I'm just worried. Like I'm just making sure you're good. Holy crap. But guys, thank you so much for joining us today. You guys got the keep. I had some other stuff planned possible, like I don't know if you guys know what a Rakshasa is.
Wait, why does
But-
that sound familiar?
Rakshasa is a like tiger demon, but like
Okay, yeah.
I had tiger demon, a Cambion, and then an Oni possible.
So it's okay.
And I was like thinking, these would be interesting. But I was like, also, an Oni is like challenge rating 7, I think, along with
I don't
Rakshasa
think we're
being
ready for
7.
that.
So I was just like, maybe we should hold off a little bit. But guys, I want to say, like, since we did get you guys to the keep, and you guys finally are the lords of the keep, I think that that's a pretty big milestone in the story. So if you guys want to
Alright,
go
level
ahead and
up?
get a
Level
level
up?
up from that, you're more than welcome. But yeah, I do apologize for not having the map ready today. My alarms just straight up didn't go off. I checked my missed alarms, I checked everything, and it's like, hey, guess what? Your alarms didn't go off. I was like, oh, thanks. Love
Also,
it.
forgive me, just leveled up.
Are you gonna level up Exton? Or am I gonna
You can choose the level for him, yeah. Or do I need to?
I already
What?
have him in my thing, but I just closed the document for it.
Oh
if
my-
you
oh
can
my
let me
God.
do it.
Oh my lord. Yeah, you can level up Exton now since he's your follower, and just so I can like run this down, just a very fast rundown for anybody who watches. The keep is a place where like you guys can send your followers that you want, because I'm only allowing you to have one controllable follower at a time. The horde of zombies is going to be like just, you know, obviously gonna act like a horde of mindless zombies. But if you guys have followers or merchants that you want to appear and sell their goods in Nightshade, all this other stuff, you are able to send them there and do all this other things with them. You are also going to get your own swath of pawns eventually. So if you guys have a short race that you wish to have certain pawns from, let me know. And then on top of that, it is like a little information triangle. I was, or an information circle, sorry. I wanted it to be more like, I don't know if you guys played Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, but like when you first got your little assassins, like you can say like, hey, we're looking for this item, can you go and get this for us and stuff like that. Like say if you need a very specific component or stuff like that, you can send pawns or your whites out to do that for you. And yeah, so that's the main idea with the keep, and I was just making sure to clear that up for like future stuff. And if you think of something outside of the actual session, you can be like, hey, I want to send a white to do this, and I'll be like, all right, yeah, sure, we'll just cover it whenever, you know. But yeah, just to clear that all up, dude. But other than that, though, guys, thank you guys so much for playing today. I had a lot of fun, and there was a lot of characters I was bouncing around between. I got confused sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't worry. I know that. I know that feeling.
So before we end off though, can we go ahead and get you guys to talk about your channels? We'll just start with the top left. Angry, can you talk about your channel, bud?
Hello, my name is Angry_RJ. I play laughing at.
It's
I
your
play
boy
Galax.
me. That's what I thought
Your
of.
boy me. But I play Galax, and obviously my follower is Exton at the moment. And we've got a big thing coming up in my story, actually, because I have been waiting to find out what the fuck this shield is for so damn long. But if you enjoy playing, at the moment I'm playing a lot of Stardew, but if you enjoy, you know, just a variety streamer who just tries to bring smiles to people and tries to grow as much as humanly possible, then feel free to come on over. I have a TikTok, Twitter, I was about to say Facebook. I don't have a Facebook. That's a lie. YouTube and Instagram. So feel free to check all those out. But I just want to say thank you very much, Lucid, for letting me be a part of this session. Appreciate it.
Of course.
I'm just looking at some stats.
You're not invited to the next one though.
What did you just
Won't
see?
let me actually level up.
Paxton
I keep
gets
doing
aura
sticks
of
and it won't
protection.
save it.
I got a new language and a new favorite enemy.
Oh my god, what'd you
Why
pick
won't
for
let me
favorite
level
enemy?
up? I
Undead.
don't understand.
You have to go into the editor thing.
I am in the editor.
Oh, I don't know then. I'll help you with it after the stream. But
So, like,
Azzy,
I can.
Azzy, how about you talk about your channel real quick?
My name is Azrael or Azzy. My Twitch channel is Azrael519. I am a variety streamer on Twitch. I spent a lot of time on Friday screaming because I did horror maps in VR.
Oh, was it VR chat?
It was VR chat horror maps.
Oh, I feel like VR horror would be so bad.
So I spent a lot of that screaming because people apparently like to see me cry. I don't know why. My mod is evil. Not this mod, other mod.
Not me. I am evil, but for a different reason.
It's the other mod. The other mod's evil and likes to subject me to scary games. But I play things like Apex, Overwatch, League. I've been playing a lot of TFT, and now occasionally we'll try to do some VR chat things.
All right, sounds good. And Flip, how about you talk about your channel real quick, buddy?
Hi, I'm Flip Legit, also known as Flip. This ribbon still exists, by the
Yeah,
way.
I've noticed. It's been 3 weeks, and you're still
It's been
messing
3
with that
weeks.
ribbon.
I
It's
still
been
have it.
way
It's just
over.
nice. It helps me focus, I guess.
You've
But
had
yeah,
that since like,
I'm a FPS variety streamer here on Twitch. I also play a little bit of League. I have been captured by a League and held hostage by every Riot game in the past few months, so help. But you'll see me over there, usually doing first-person shooters, hanging out, doing Apex, Overwatch, kind of Overwatch, taking a break from that for reasons. But yeah,
Overwatch,
we
man.
have a good time over there, and Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at 6 p.m. Central.
Dude, freaking, dude, Overwatch, man. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah, exactly.
I came back for the event. That's about it.
A lot of people came back for the PvE event, dude. It's crazy.
I know, PvE is so much more fun.
That's the closest to things in Overwatch too. I'm actually an Overwatch 2 streamer, so.
Yo, Pog. And last but not least, Kyo, can you talk about your channel real quick, bud?
My name's Kyoshi Kid. I play Hana and I stream on Twitch. Come follow me.
Oh yeah, I play a character in this too. I forgot. Gabriella Blackwood.
In case you didn't know. In case you didn't know.
In case you didn't know.
I mean, Makai. Wait, did you ever tell Makai your last name?
No, I didn't.
He's just
I
like.
didn't tell him my last name either, so, but.
I mean, fair enough. Makai's the only one that doesn't know. He's in the dark. He'll learn soon enough, I'm sure. 100%.
Says her name says her name while she's sipping. Blackwood. I'm Blackwood.
I find it funny. We spent the entire first, like, 2 weeks of you just being like, Gabrielle,
I mean, because she only uses it in certain scenarios if she's about to like get killed or
and
something.
now it's like every time.
Every
Oh.
scenario
It-
but death. Got
Every
it.
scenario possible.
Every scenario has pretty much been in a situation where we've done a lot, okay?
We've been to an auction. We've been to a cave. We
That's
have
fair, that's
dungeons.
scenario.
The only thing well, no, we've had dragons now. So
Yep,
we've both
that's
had
scenario.
dungeons and dragons. So we've done the whole series. Like it's
Dude,
done.
have we
It's
beat
the end of the
Dungeons and
series right
Dragons?
there. We've played
Have we
Dungeons.
won
we've
the
played
game?
We've
Dragons.
played the whole entire thing. The whole entire
Everyone.
game's over, guys. Where do we go from here?
All
Alright, Kyo, bye. But guys, thank you so much for playing today. I'm gonna go ahead and hop out and stuff, and I hope you guys have a
I've got to get
wonderful.
ready for work, so I'm gonna go.
Yo, dude, yeah,
Okay.
go
Alright,
get your work,
nice,
man. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your nights. Bye bye.
Bye.